Thank you for coming to my masterful opening. Sorry, guys, that was it's our newest character to the stream. Hardcore guy. He likes to dance to hardcore music. I thought it would be cooler if he opened it this time. How y'all doing, though? Welcome in. Good to see you. Good day to you. Sorry to everybody who has tuned in to... My lights aren't on. Sorry to everybody who's tuned in today for a lovely high-quality stream. We're currently at 720p. Check it, dude. We're back in 2005, 2007? I don't even know. Good to see you all, though. We are going to be doing a lot of Star stuff today. Starfield, Star Citizen, Star Adventures. I'm going to take you into the game, and we are going to check out some new things in Alpha 4.7 that have been going on. Armor updates, engineering updates, and things that are coming to a change and affect your ship. Because I've been a little bit confused about what's actually changing in terms of combat. And I figured you guys might also not have that much eyes on. So I figured we could go ahead and... So, clearly we're having problems. Guys, I'm guessing today's stream's not going to happen. I will stay live long enough to thank you all for coming. And, thanks for sticking with us, dude. You have absolutely no idea. Okay, this is coming through my earphones wrong. You have no idea how angry I am right now. So, yeah. Thanks to you all for hanging out while we try to get all these problems figured out in the long run. I've been rebuilding the system. I've been doing just about everything I possibly can to try and make just the most basic stream work at this point, and it's not working. It's continuing to break down, and I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to. Okay, there we go. We're going to host a streamathon next week, and I'm hoping that works. I'm hoping we can at least make the stream work for long enough for that to happen. My goal, though, is to just try and get a pre-built computer or something. Anything at all to try and make this work. Yeah, I don't know. This is a different problem than what we were having last week. Just so you know. Last week, we couldn't get the game to run. This is a different computer. This is now my streaming computer that's having an issue. I did change the graphics cards between them. So maybe the graphics card, maybe I only have one graphics card that can handle anything. I don't know, but clearly the just doesn't work. We're gonna go over our Starfield stuff. At the very least, maybe we can run that without problems. Golly, dude. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to record this. That's gonna be a fun thing. Let's just say hi to everybody before we get started. Usually these streams start out and we just like say hi, hellos, we all get in good moods, we have a good time. Dex Sean, thank you for the sub today, starting us off, dude. Appreciate you. And thank you for the notification. Gang Warriors getting in here. Tech Warrior, literally a warrior. But Lobo, PK, Lopsided Wombat, and Maverick, of course. Maverick brightening up the day. Every day. Did we get a Vastin message this one? There we go. Yeah. Life is like a warm, soft, flaky biscuit. Honestly, that's all I need to know. Vastin's referencing biscuits instead of cookies today. Is it Tuesday? Yeah, biscuits are not. He literally says that. I can't. Nesville. Good to see you, dude. Chrissy Nightingale, welcome in. Catch up gamer. Thank you. Thank you very much. My dude, Fola. And Colt, bro. Thank you, Colt. My man, Mr. Colt. You know what I just realized? You guys can't see the Starfield on my screen because my computer froze. I'm not looking at that. I actually closed Star Citizen several minutes ago. Let me reactivate the capture card. Yeah, now it's just not coming back. Okay. There we go. Jesus. That's why I wanted to just make videos. Thank you, Colt. Thank you, dude, for the subs, man. Thank you, bro. Oh, that was a 10. Appreciate you, man. All right. Let's see if everything can work, possibly. 07s, guys. 07s. Okay, desktop's working again. Cool. Let's get to it. Let's talk. Let's see if it records. Starfield, my friends, another Star game that we don't get to talk about as much as I'd like to because it had definitely a bit of a rough launch, but honestly, it's got things going for it. It's got some fun stuff in there. Obviously, Bethesda's characters and story, and they tried to do that in a space environment, and the space environment was not very spacey. It was filled with loading screens. They are fixing that with this newest update. It is called Free Lanes, but there's also another update coming afterward called Terran Armada. Now, and there's quite a bit actually that's going to be in here, so we're going to go through it, a little bit of a deep dive. I'm not going to take too much time on this since we've already taken a lot of time today, but we have a video that also references all of the things that are changing. So what I'm going to do is I guess they've actually made videos for all of them. So we're just going to go through this and I guess watch the videos they're showing us and the different things that are coming in this update. If you guys have tried out Starfield before and put it down for a while, especially because of things like the loading screens and just the less than space feeling space game, you might be interested in getting back in after this. Let's take a look. So the first and biggest part of this update is Free Lanes. It's coming with something called Cruise Mode. For those of you who play Elite Dangerous, this is basically like Super Cruise in Starfield. It is going to allow you to fly at a extremely fast speed across star systems, kind of like you would in No Man's Sky. So you can get up, walk around your ship, do things on your ship, all that kind of jazz, what we're used to in Star Citizen, with the ability to run into different points of interest and conflicts that occur throughout your travels. They listed as, since launch, you've been asking for more options for space travel, so we've added the ability to freely fly between planets in a space star system. With free lanes and crew. You know what? They probably say it in the video. Listen in, y'all.
Interplanetary exploration is what Free Lanes is all about. It brings more to discover, giving players all new experiences mid-flight.
Basically a cruise mode that we're adding that ramps up to speed to light years, and you just zoom between planets.
Really a core fundamental part of any space sim or space fantasy is being on your ship and flying.
It literally is. This was why when this came out, everybody was like, why are there loading screens everywhere? And then the people were like, it's okay. No, it's not. It's not. Like, that's the whole point of space, is traveling through space. It's dangerous. If we weren't traveling through space, you wouldn't have to deal with vacuum or heat, or like the fact that people want to pop your vacuum and heat bubble. Is definitely needed to be a thing, and I'm glad we're seeing it.
From location to location.
Let's get out there and do something new today.
If we can travel to these places, what is the player doing? We can get up, we can walk around our ship. You can do anything you could normally do. You can come over and talk to my crew members.
I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you.
You can decorate.
Yeah, people are gonna love this.
So what just happened there? Was that an interdiction?
Yeah, that's an interdiction alarm, a unique type of encounter that can interrupt cruise mode.
These are all the things that were going to come in the game if they had the time to
I gotta
finish
get
it.
back to the helm and see what it is.
Think you can win this?
There are non-combat situations, there are kind of scary situations.
That's great. I love non-combat
Some it'll just be
stuff.
the wreckage of a ship. I don't know what that is, but let's go check it out.
You know, really looking at the vast breadth of science fiction and space sims and what you can do.
So that is the look at what I consider to be the biggest part of this update. It changes something that's just really important to games. We talked about it in the Starfield video that came out after it was like a year after, which I think it did not do great. This one this one actually pissed people off quite a bit because really it links to the Reddit post first. It pissed people off because people didn't really understand the point of this video. The point of this video was kind of talking about how space games are moving forward from where they were back in the Mass Effect era of times when you would kind of move around on a mini-map or something or click on some loading screens. Things have moved on. And for that reason, Starfield, I think, really lost a lot of chance to bring a whole bunch of people into this new age of space games. Most folks don't care about space games. Like, we love the freaking space sims, dude. X4, Empyrean, Space Engineers, Star Citizen, Elite Dangerous, No Man's Sky. Great games. Freaking fun to play. Most people don't care. And Starfield was like one of the only chances for the rest of the industry to see how space games were moving forward. And it was all loading screens. So that kind of sucked. And I think that makes this a really important improvement. But it's unfortunate that it's happening years later, after they've sort of lost the ability to make that big of a statement. No Man's Sky's doing it. They're doing it great. I think No Man's Sky has really picked up that mantle and flown with it. But, man, Starfield. I'm super glad to see that they're getting it in. Better late than never. And I hope that this can give the game enough of a boost to get more attention so that they keep developing it. Because from what I've been seeing, it feels like this is their kind of like Starfield final, you know. Okay, we're gonna move on to the other games after this. This is to get it into a place where we feel like it's good long term, and then get going on the next games. That would be unfortunate because there's a lot of potential in this game still. Continuing on, they say there's new encounters, obviously with the cruise mode. We just talked about that. X-Tech is coming in, and it is a new resource that's being brought in. Think of it as your unobtainium, your Starfield unobtainium. I actually think this is great, though, because this, if I'm not mistaken, this starts to show... No, this does not show. Hold on, I'm going to skip forward a little bit. Here we go. This part. This is the next most exciting part, in my opinion. Starborn abilities are taking a step up. Now, I'm big on sci-fi. Love myself some sci-fi. Good old crunchy space sim stuff. Super pumped for the Expanse game. We're going to be covering that one hard over the next however long it takes to cover that. But this kind of got me feeling that Mass Effect 2 biotics excitement again. You know, like whipping a biotic push around a corner and throwing someone off the side of a cliff or something. I'm liking what I'm seeing from some of the... There's potential spoilers for Starfield's more late game, end game content here. I haven't personally beat the game, so I'm getting spoiled too, but for those of you who might care, just so you know.
After you have all the artifacts, this mysterious prototype schematic will show up in the lodge. It allows you to build this quantum entanglement device, which now lets you take inventory items through the Unity.
When you go into the Unity, it is a sacrifice. But then there's the gameplay reality where I've spent hundreds of hours. I don't want to give up everything. So it's our way of recognizing that players might want to take some favorite items with them, and they can use their quantum essence to do that.
It's literally a loophole to make going through Unity a little
really
less
is.
punishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things we added was now when you defeat a Starborn ship, it awards you quantum essence.
Engines fried. A target, I mean.
You can use that quantum essence to upgrade the capacity of your quantum entanglement device. So I'll go ahead and I'll increase the capacity a little. It explains that the maximum capacity is 200, which is a good size inventory. So there's a number of new weapons that we added. I'm going to keep that.
I take my favorite action figures through. That's what I wanted.
I can take my Astra through. You're always going to need Digipix. Let me just grab this real quick. Yeah, so I can take all that stuff through. That process of going through the Unity 10 times and going to all of the temples, that was a big lift. How do we encourage them to really play as Starborn? And it is,
This is where it gets
the
crunchy.
ability to upgrade these powers. Once you collect quantum essence, you can upgrade those powers. They can increase the regen rate. They can grav dash to close the distance between enemies.
Now I'm at this crazy power level that I could never achieve before.
Woohoo! All right, yeah. So that got me kind of pumped, dude. Okay. For instance, I really play Star Citizen because I like the living in society kind of vibe of it. I'm an everyday kind of person. But I every once in a while I like the overpowered hero fantasy where you just like whipping powers and shooting guns and flipping freaking tricks, dude, doing a backflip in the middle of a firefight. Hell yeah. So that one is kind of exciting. But there's more. You get a pet now. Millie Whale, they call it. This precious little beastie will live in your chosen outpost, perform tricks, and just generally be a good little alien. You can even change its colors to match your favorite aesthetics, dude. Get yourself a pink Millie Whale. Robert Toe, thank you for the Prime sub, man. I appreciate you. Luna Maria, good to see you in chat. Starfield X4, Elite, No Man's Sky are all pumping out great content. Yeah, there's a X4 content drop going on right now, right? We got to cover that maybe next week. It's not nearly enough to draw you back in after completing the game. You've not really wanted to go back to it. Not being drawn in. Shay really like you said it had a chance and missed it. I do think, yeah, it's unfortunately you will lose some people no matter what. Okay, one of the other things that they added in here was X-Tech. It is basically a new resource for crafting. So while I think the crafting system in the game wasn't incredibly deep, sounds like they're trying to make it a little bit better with this new special resource to get you to go out and find some new things and unlock some new abilities.
With Free Lanes, we added X-Tech. And it's sort of this mysterious new resource that visually it has similarities to some of the Starborn architecture.
And you can use it to enhance your ships, but also like your weapons as well, right?
Yeah.
You can go out and you can find X-Tech, and you have an opportunity to roll for a chance to get that legendary effect that you always wanted. I always like explosive. I'm gonna roll until I can pick explosive. So now we have this top tier Grendel that I could have found in the game, but that wasn't enough. So we added 2 new quality tiers above advanced. So we now have a superior weapon quality, and then we added exceptional on top of that. So for those higher level players, there's still more things out there for them to get. These are specific effects to really customize your weapon from legendary to exotic. Reckless, for example, magazine size is reduced to 1, but damage is increased, so it's great for sniper rifle.
That word triggers Mrs. Tomato. She has been she has been called exotic more than 0 times here, and it's been very awkward.
I mean, there's a couple that really sort of stand out.
Let's take a look at them.
This is I mean, this is like classic Bethesda kind of stuff, right? They have these in the base game. It's nice to see that there's more of them. It definitely makes it more archetypal, role-play-y kind of, which is nice. I think in general, it just adds more depth to the game, or rather more width for people to play who haven't played before. But I don't know, I'd love to hear from you guys who have played through this all the way and are watching all this. Is this enough to bring you back in to play it yet again? Or does it feel like it's more for people who haven't experienced it yet? Because I'll show you the biggest announcement at the end, which is kind of for bringing new players in.
That's the ultimate space cowboy.
Yeah, right. Check this out. I'm a big fan of the Kismet. There's a 25% chance that your next magazine will be tripled, which when you're firing explosive rounds with a high rate of fire can be a lot of fun. We did add a fair amount of skins. There's always fun.
Yeah, the Constellation skin was very popular, so we decided to add it to a bunch of different weapons.
Then we have the Neon skin, which can appear on a number of weapons.
And we've also added ship modules that enhance your ship's abilities.
My favorite is probably the evasive stealth drive. When you boost, you'll also become stealthy. So what we added was a ship optimization terminal. It allows you to optimize shield systems, weapon systems, engine systems.
You didn't put us into a planet, so we must be in the right place.
It's a lot of player expression, and I think X-Tech allow you to do that in a way that you couldn't really before.
They got flight blades. Yeah, but they're not available in the store, unfortunately. So exotic, right? Who doesn't want to be a little exotic? Custom weapon effects, tier 4 legendary effects. Some examples here. New quality tiers coming into the game with the going above advanced, and ship optimization terminal. It also looks like they're like in some of these videos, it definitely looks like they're doing more people on the ship. I don't know how many people you could have on the ship in, let's see, there's a whole deep dive. Here we go. I don't know how many people you can have on the ship in the base game, but this generally looks like you're having like at least 10 to 15 people on board with you in some of these shots. Let me show you. Somebody who's played it a bit more than me can say. Unfortunately, I did not play this game as much as I wanted to before it came out.
You had an introduction?
And I'm excited to get back into it with this, hopefully, if you guys are interested in seeing it. I generally don't really play too much off stream. But in some of these places, in some of these shots, I think it's in the ones where they're like traveling.
Out there and do something new today.
If we can normally do.
Like these shots.
Can come over and talk to my crew members.
I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you.
You can decorate.
Yeah, people are going to love this.
Just interesting. Now, if we move on, things get a little bit intense with a new faction. You know what? Let's go back to their page.
Dash to close.
Easier to find it. So here's this new section. What we just saw was coming. What we just saw with April. What we just saw with Free Lanes, sorry, is coming on April 7th. And is that correct? Yes. It's coming on April 7th, but there's also going to be another DLC that comes with it. That is the Terran Armada. It's a new quest line. It has a new faction. Supposedly it's another broken off faction of humanity. We love to do that. coming back to say that it's actually their space and they're the ones who should be in charge. Because, you know, why not? And that's actually a paid update, but it will be giving you a new storyline and probably something a little more substantial here.
This is a grave threat to us all.
In this DLC, you'll face the Terrans, an advanced militant force with their own vision for the settled systems.
So the Terran Armada is a faction that left the settled systems during the Colony War.
The Terrans don't seem to be known for their survivors.
It is our sworn duty to uncover their plans and put a stop to it.
They had issues with both the United Colonies and the Free Star Collective. They consider themselves to be the true children of Earth.
Oh, of course. Let's just run away and develop our own entire society and then come back and be like, hey, it was us all along. What are you doing here?
DLC is going to challenge players to rise up against a full-on armada. And
yeah, if you have the premium version of this game, I do believe... Let's confirm, actually. If you have the premium version, is this included? Premium edition. Yeah. So you'll have it with the premium.
part of your mission is to figure out
And you probably read the big twist there as well.
what their motivation is and to stop them from attacking innocent worlds. They have these mechanized troops, which are a force to reckon with. But not all Terran bots are trying to kill you.
Yeah, so we do have a new companion. His name is Delta, and he is one of the Terran robots. He's not evil, but he is definitely not good.
Designation, friend, not accepted.
And they've got some ships that are really high-powered, incredible pieces of technology.
They've taken the Nova Galactic ships and have added new modules. We went for NASA Tactical, and they have their own weapons. We had got feedback from the community where it's like, oh, I wish we had more contemporary like machine guns, less sci-fi, more grounded, and that's what the Terrans are equipped with. And then these guns are highly modifiable, both ballistic and energy weapons. It's pretty terrifying when you're exploring the
Man,
Terran
I need to
ships
get back
in the
to this
dark.
game.
The vibe is kind of like a dimly lit, U-boat type of atmosphere. And then you hear a little alert going off, and you realize it's one of the robot pods opening up, and these robots will jump out, and they're deadly.
Love me some Geth.
Within the Terran Armada storyline, there's also the incursion system.
There's a number of different objectives that you could have on any given incursion. Some move the story forward,
Exit immediately or risk fatal harm.
and some are out there just for the spoils of war, more X-Tech.
Loot!
The Terrans even have the tech to
Give me the
block
loot.
grav jumping within a system. They've set up jamming.
Oh, right. So that's actually important. I don't think they make that very clear outside of this single moment in the video, but listen to that again.
The Terrans even have the tech to block grav jumping within a system.
So even with the cruise mode added to fly between planets, sounds like they're adding that just for people who want that experience. You'll still be able to do the grav jump, loading screen, get somewhere immediately if you need to. I appreciate the choice.
They've set up jamming sites called incursions, but with cruise mode, you can navigate to those sites and shut them down.
There's just so much game here when we look at the full breadth of all the new content.
We're excited for everyone to dive into free lanes in Terran Armada in April, but we wanted you to have something to play right now. So today, we're rolling out fresh Trackers Alliance content. We're adding 5 new targets, all with unique storylines. If you already purchased Trackers Alliance, this content is already included for you.
So I haven't done Trackers Alliance, but it sounds like it's kind of like a bounty system, more quests and people to track down. That's solid. I like that they're bringing that in as well.
Trackers Alliance series is available now in the Creations menu.
Now, we're going to go to the big twist at the end here, but first I do want to return to a part that I missed. Here is another interesting bit that's actually pretty fun. This is something that you can do as like another earnable.
By enemies into a state of rage. This was a way for us to make enemies more challenging. There were some other,
Or real
I'll say,
estate,
smaller
you can
things
say.
that we added POIs on planet surfaces.
I also love more diverse POIs, dude.
We added
Give me a story.
photo
Give me some lore. Give me some voice things to find. This is my jam. I'm excited to get more places to find.
POIs on planet surfaces. We added photo mode vehicle poses for the Rev 8. And lots more stuff, including your new home away from home.
This is incredible. It seems simple, but this is incredibly exciting.
Players had millions of credits. What is there for them to buy?
The most extravagant thing in the game.
It's a mansion carved out of an asteroid. How cool is that?
Now, I think it's interesting because for a lot of people, buying skins or getting skins or unlocking cosmetics and finding new homes in a game is about inviting your friends over to enjoy. Obviously, single player game, you can't do that. So I do wonder how much of a novelty this is versus like how much it might not matter to people in the long term too much. Now, let me show you kind of the big reveal here.
I think we're just excited as fans of Starfield to get this into our players' hands. We've had a blast with it, and we want to, share it with the world.
Before we sign off, we've got one final announcement. When Free Lanes and Terran Armada launch on April 7th, Starfield will officially arrive on PlayStation 5.
I killed that guy.
Thank you for joining us on this journey. There'll be more to come, but till then, we'll see you out there among the stars.
So I think that's interesting that it's coming to PS5. It's not because Microsoft's whole strategy's been a little bit confusing now that they've been doing this whole everything's an Xbox campaign, and then they sort of backed off on that, and they're focusing on Game Pass, and they clearly want everything to play. But then they also announced a new Xbox. So you're like, okay, what's going on? Now they want Starfield on PS5. So they're not picking a one journey kind of thing. It seems like they're definitely calling it as they go, which is interesting, and we'll see how that goes. But I saw somebody thinking that this was exclusive to our encoder's still overloading. That's incredible. I saw somebody thinking this is exclusive to the PlayStation. It's not. This is going to be on Xbox as well and PC. They were just saying that it will also be coming to the PlayStation. But that's a little deep dive into the new updates coming up. There are probably a couple other details that I didn't get all of, but I wanted to give you guys a quick look at that and keep you up to date on what's going on. Thanks for coming. I can't believe that I am pushing a 720p stream. And the GPU is still overloading on the encoder. It doesn't make sense. I'm actually freaking flabbergasted, dude. It's like the GPU itself is not real. It's not actually a 3080 Ti. I am going to try that update out when it comes out. I've got a few games that I want to try when they come out soon. The Replaced game is coming out soon. I want to give that one a go. I definitely want to try Starfield with this new update coming out. And X4 also has an update. Man, everybody's updating. No, I use a capture card. But the capture card doesn't... The GPU on the streaming PC is handling the encoding and the rendering. The capture card is just getting the stuff from my gaming PC to my streaming PC. Why do PlayStation folks always get so giddy and greedy when they hear about exclusives? I mean, it's not even just PlayStation, folks. There's a lot of people who need their team to have a reason to exist, you know? If your purchase is not justified, then why'd you make it? And there's some validity to that. Why pay for an Xbox if your phone can run the Xbox game just as well? But, you know, you got to build benefits into each product that are a reason. But PlayStation is definitely an island in this gaming situation, so I can imagine people feeling a little bit more pressured. Did you get your GPU from Temu? I did not. No, actually from a lovely friend. Maybe you have too many items on the same PCI lane. On the same PCI lane. Isn't it just NVMEs and sound cards and graphics cards and stuff on the PCI? I'm gonna change my game because I think we're still showing up in the Starfield category. Let's switch that up, please. All right. Hey, y'all seen the new space stations in Alpha 4.7 yet? Yeah, like the cards plugged into the motherboard. I don't really have much plugged in on this computer. Gone are the days you'll pay a subscription to play any game. There aren't that many games that ask for a subscription anymore, to be honest. All right. So, what we've got here is the People's Alliance of Levski. And this is their civilian system. I'm gonna turn the music down because you guys should hear the music. This is one of their civilian stations. So obviously they added the rock cracker stations. I'm sure you've seen many of them. Those are more about getting involved in a dungeon and finding some stuff and undergoing like a story. This is where you're going to be going if you were traveling through the Nyx system and you need to refuel. As you can see, and this, you know, I was iffy on whether or not they were going to pull this off. It is actually different from the space stations in Stanton and in Nyx. Look at that. You know what? We should be doing a full-on... No, we shouldn't. No. Not important. So yeah, it is a little bit different. You can see that it's built in the same way that Levski is. Definitely a lot of asteroid infrastructure, which I love. I appreciate it. Seeing the rock behind the railing and the metal. What the?
Shit, look out!
Whoa. Hey, what the?
Fire.
No, this is a civilian space. What the heck's going on, man? I'm trying to sell Nyx, people.
Target down.
Hey!
Hostiles.
No, there are no hostiles. Let's settle down, huh? Simmer on down, fellas. Look at this. Civilians are scared.
Hide all you want. It won't
Oh my
save you.
god. Dude, this could like literally trigger people. Jesus. I guess Nyx space stations are life in America. Anyways, I was trying to show you that it has some really... It's constructed differently. It's a little bit more vertical. It's all in one space, so you don't have to take elevators everywhere, so you can come all the way down. And you got your shop here. You got your cargo section all the way down here. Not really much going on here. You know, it is still just a Star Citizen space station. But it's nice that they're modeled differently. Music feels different, the vibe feels different, conversations are different. And the outside actually looks really good. Let's go get in a ship and look at the outside of the station. Yeah, it's supposed to be friendly. NPCs are wilding out lately.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Welcome. Where are we going? We're going to Stanton. Oops. I'm gonna go to New Babbage. I didn't even put a... Whoops, whoops, whoops. Harris. Meet at New Babbage. Babbage. Yeah, if you guys are in GI and you want to come on out. Aw, get out of here. They dropped Exodus gameplay, guys. We're going to have to take a moment. I'm sorry. That's a pretty big deal. Twitch is failing? What? What are you talking about? Twitch is going crazy with the ads. Every few minutes the stream goes a bit smaller and a bunch of ads pop up on the side. You know what I need to do? Me and Mrs. T need to start looking at running the ads at actually specific times so that we can stop them from running ads when we're actually doing important stuff. Tell you what, we're going to talk for a bit right now before we watch this. I'm going to run an ad so it doesn't interrupt anything. And maybe Twitch won't interrupt when we're actually watching stuff. Kind of annoying that they do that. Amazing considering CIG has had so little money and time to develop all this. Hot takes ad during chair time. Oof. He heard you say that. I guess he didn't hear. He heard me read you say that. People have announced Twitch failing for 20 years. I certainly think that they are losing a lot of their lead. They're finding it more and more difficult to make money as other people, you know, get better at making streaming services. Any insider-ish news on Squadron 42? Just that it's likely coming out this year, and it's gonna have VR. What is Exodus? Let's talk about that. Wow, my encoder's overloading, and I'm not even recording right now. I wonder if this GPU is just not working. I don't know. It's fucking crazy, dude. Okay. Oops. Come on now. That was the wrong button. My bad. Space Nerds. Exodus finally has released gameplay. We've got a minute, almost 2 minutes of gameplay here on the first game. Well, not the first game. There's actually a couple of games out right now. Osiris Reborn and Exodus are both kind of targeting that spiritual successor to Mass Effect sort of vibe. You can see it in the storytelling, in the trailers, in the characters. This one feels a lot more gameplay wise, but they're both really aiming for that, and that's a beloved target. You know, there's a reason to go for it. A lot of people like it. A lot of people are making the comparison, but I'm gonna play this gameplay for you, and we're gonna watch it all the way through with as minimal amount of comments as I can make, and you make the decision for yourself. No, I want it uncut. God dang it. I like different types of gameplay, though. That's kind. Some platforming is good. Fun visuals. It looks fantastic, but it is a backdrop, most likely. Fun world building. Very celestial. Classic. Find some shrines, unlock a new power or weapon. I feel that. Extended gameplay this summer. So that's our first look at the gameplay. We're going to go back now and we're going to do the posies. We're going to talk about like the specific things we're seeing here. So first thing that's obvious is 2 people per party. They get their own powers, they can do their own things, and you can target probably where they go. So he just assigned her to do something to this dude. Clearly she's in the suit. And she did what was asked. And you can see that the enemies get status effects. That's pretty standard for games like this. Seeing the ammo's interest. Is this health? What is this? What is this depleting here? Stamina? Must be stamina. I think it went down when he dodged or dashed. Yeah, looks like he used up a chunk to sprint. Another power. The powers can charge pretty quickly. Oh, actually, no, they don't. They take quite a while. So it feels really Mass Effect combat-wise. Definitely more Andromeda than the older games. It's fast-paced, third-person over-the-shoulder. You get your wheel for picking up. Probably you can probably use this to switch weapons and also to freeze combat and do power assignments. Again, very similar to Mass Effect. You got the ability to craft on the go, so crafting is going to be at least something you're doing in action situations. I would assume there's like a crafting bench where you could do things more deeply. Looks like one of the EA vids where the game's going to be lame on release. You're getting Anthem vibes. I have more faith in this studio than BioWare at the time of Anthem, unfortunately. At the very least, they're using an engine they like. They actually know how to work with it. It's not really giving anything yet that stands out. Besides just, it's fairly generic third-person gameplay. I'm not gonna lie. The visual designs are nice, the sounds are good, and the world building is solid. Like all the little bits of tech and stuff that pop up, clearly there's a lot of depth that's built in here, but the gameplay hasn't pulled me over the edge yet. See, I think this section would have been really cool if there was some kind of gravity play involved. He's doing this puzzle at 1G. And for space games, especially when you're in orbit over a planet like this, it would have been cool if they had like a decreased gravity segment outside like this. At the same time, we have no idea what the context is here, so maybe they do that 2 minutes later, I don't know. Overall, I think this is like a decent bit of stuff to give us a little peek at what's going on with this game. It's certainly not the kind of marketing I would expect for a game coming out this year, and I think they actually said that it's already going to be coming out next year. So they're starting slow. They're trying not to show us too much too early. But there's a first look at Exodus gameplay. We're going to be following this for as long as it takes to come out, and I'll be giving you updates whenever they release new news or new videos like this. Until next time. Mag boots to walk on outside surface. I mean, now you're just going to be the Expanse. Expanse invented mag boots. In fact, Expanse invented magnets. I'm glad I delayed my testing session because we're only just now getting back to Star Citizen. What do you guys think of the Expanse? Anybody find that particularly interesting to them? It's nice for everybody who enjoys a sci-fi focused first single-player game. We're eating quite well. That's right up my alley. The weird thing, and this is crazy, guys, but I think having a little bit of a moment. I think Star Citizen has actually successfully got me to enjoy multiplayer more than single player. I don't know. We'll see. I love playing a game at my own speed and doing what I want, but I'm also really enjoying the ability to share gaming moments with people. I think that adds more to the game than just being a game. It's like going to the movie theater with other folks. It's not just about watching the movie. It's like also other folks watching the movie. Except for those people who are super loud at the theater. Stop that. Cut it out. Nice. Loaded us right back in where we were. All right, let's get out of here and go check out what the outside of these stations look like, because they're pretty cool.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the
You own the Expanse? Can you make more TV shows then? Oh, I was talking about the yeah, the fiction Expanse, not the ship. You need a game about construction crews that builds these kinds of ridiculous places. You're saying you want the door to open and then to see a giant face? Can you move the face like 2 feet over to the side? Hey, how about we bring our fabricator with us so we can do some crafting on the go? I have very quickly, I'm making a whole video about it. I have very quickly gotten into the habit of, instead of going out and mining stuff to craft, I've just been going and like dungeon crawling and finding cool bits of armor and stuff like we did in that last stream. Oh, I don't even think my fabricator's here. I think it's actually back at New Babbage. Cool. I've just been finding stuff, breaking it down, crafting other things with it. It's fun, dude. And then like the actual act of going and getting blueprints or finding out what blueprint you want and then earning it is something to actually do. The Expanse series you can stream on Amazon. You love the show and books, cautiously optimistic about the game. Samesies, dude. I am a huge fan of the books. Love the show. Couldn't think of a better IP to make a game out of. And the thing is, like, the Expanse IP is so big that the games could go in so many directions that I'm almost worried that if they can continue to make more Expanse games, we're not going to get the full breadth of what's been explored, you know? I'm greedy. I want them to make games about every part of the story so far, and all the parts we don't know about. But I'm excited for that game. I will be 100% covering that nonstop for you here on the channel as it gets closer. All right, so here we have the new People's Alliance space stations of Nyx. Take a gander. So they build everything in this station out of asteroids, if you couldn't tell. It's kind of like Nyx or Levski. It's like Rock Cracker, and it'll probably be like the rest of the stations that come in here too. This is all in-game music, yes. I like them. I genuinely really appreciate even if this, like, the stations have a lot of the same kind of architecture or the same steel beams or something, the fact that every station at least feels different in Star Citizen from the outside is nice. You know, music-wise, the approach, the system you're in. I do see them starting to build an identity for each of the star systems. That's important. That's super important. For a game that downsized the number of systems that they're going to have at this game at launch drastically, to the point where people are going to not stop talking about it. They need to make sure that each star system is very distinct, especially if there's going to be 5 at launch. It's got to be clear-cut, completely different experiences, and it's good to see that they're still working in that direction pretty consistently. We're going to make the jump to Stanton, though, and head back to New Babbage, so we can start getting prepared to test out armor. Today I want to get shots of what the heck is going on with armor. Some of you may have a better idea than I do. I haven't really been too introduced to it, so today is a chance to get some footage and to answer some questions about what's happening. You hope one day we can build our own asteroid space station? That would be cool. Yeah, the music is so good, dude. It's so good. Am I still flying with my sticks? I'm kind of. I was using them a little bit to get those shots. As you can see here, I have them like off to the side, but I don't have enough space on my desk for them. So I'm waiting to either get a new desk or get these chair mounts in. Next week for live release. No corporation in real life would make every station a unique work of art. It is immersion breaking to make them all unique. Well, I wouldn't want them to all be unique. But also, these... Yeah, I don't know if you're responding to me. I don't want them to all be unique. I just think it's cool that the different station... The stations between the different systems are unique. You, PK. Is there an indicator that shows how much armor your ship has? That's what we're gonna find out. On the engineering panel there is. I don't think there is on the flight controls. No, shields, radar, quantum, power plant, missile rack, life support, jump module, cooler. Nothing to show armor damage on the MFD. Well, that would be helpful though. To have a readout kind of like the shields MFD is, but for armor. That'd be useful. Gotta know how much armor you have left. You guys suck, man. You think armor is probably just like when you're red in the top left? That's hull. Hull damage. Top left paper doll is eventually supposed to show armor status with colors. Yeah, I think that would be hull damage. But that does bring up a good point. How do you determine, how do you decipher hull versus armor damage? Y'all gonna have to ping Mrs. Tomato for that one, I think. Is armor right now per section, or is it just an overall health pool? Just an overall health pool from what I'm aware. Hull is in sections. I need to figure out what the heck's going on with my eye tracker. Lord, busting in here like the freaking Kool-Aid. Ow! Shit! Ow! My thighs! My thighs! Ow! Don't shoot me in the thigh. Mrs. Tomato's working the website right now. Wrangling it. Do I think CIG will have heavy armor be immune to small caliber ammo? I do think it should, but as of right now, it's not, right? My thighs! It doesn't look as cool if I'm not eye tracking. Alright, I'll get on the sticks. It'll look better that way. Whoa, what the? Why is it controlling the camera? Wait! Oh, you gotta get out! Holy crap. I almost just messed the whole thing up. Why is my flight stick controlling the camera? How did that, what did I do there? That's ridiculous. Nous pavage. We're coming for you. Anybody want to join from GII? We're just going to be like shooting at big ships. Occasionally. What ship am I in? This is the beautiful, the one and only, the best ship in the game, the C1. C1 Spirit from Crusader. A journey worth taking. Systems on. Normal personal armor should not be immune to small arms, but if they make real mech suits rather than modified power loaders, those should be immune like vehicles. Oh yeah, I'm talking, I mean, we're talking about ships. Yeah, armor, I think maybe you could make that super heavy armor they talked about immune to small arms, but besides that, I don't see much. So we switched over internet providers yesterday, guys. We're trying literally everything possible to make sure that this stream is performing better, because it has been a complete pain, and not just our butts, but also your butt. I don't track your butt too often, but I know it's been pained by this stream, and we switched over to an internet provider yesterday to see if that could make things a little bit better. Unfortunately, in doing that, I have disconnected all of our people from our server, so we have to figure that out later today. But hopefully the stream will be more reliable on the internet side of things from there. Now we're just trying to figure out the hardware side of things. I think OBS also might be a thing. We might actually go ahead and completely reset the stream OBS. So things might be a little bit basic here starting sometime soon as I try and rebuild everything, because I'm thinking maybe there's something in our stream overlay that's causing problems. Maybe that's what's going on. It's a little PSA. Alright, now I'm going to put that new internet to the test. I'm uploading 3 video files while we're still streaming. Let's see what happens. Your butt thanks me? High butt 5, dude. Would that just be me spanking you, though? Because that's weird. Oh, Alex K. Blah Blah is in the chat. What's up, dude? Seems to be working well so far. Thank you. Yeah, let me know if there's any hiccups. With 4.7, you've seen people saying a lot of things have changed in terms of ship flight and combat, but for all you can see, you don't see any change in how ships fly or handle. Damage output is another thing. I've not heard anybody talk about ship flight changing, and I've not read or seen anything about that. Then again, I don't really pay too much attention to Star Citizen, so I might have missed something. Oh yeah, the internet that we got actually speeds us up too. So we went from 1 gig from the previous company, which in reality is like 600 megabytes, to 2 gigs to this new company for cheaper. So all 3 of those videos just uploaded already, and it didn't affect the stream, and I'm freaking through the roof about that. Hey man, graphics card might be giving us problems, but I'm thankful for good internet. Mr. Po Boy, what's up, dude? Stop looking at my bum. You bum looker. Bum toucher.
Quantum fuel, 25%.
You doing the same with your company server right now, since one of them burned out the power supply and you have to redo almost everything? Yeah, that's right. How's that been going, Lurch? Yeah, more gigs for less money. The support was better, okay? This is the best part. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right here. You see this? This is where everything that you're experiencing is coming from. If I unplug this, it's done for. Now somebody's gonna like hack it. I don't know. Any magnetos in the chat that can just like pull that out of the wall from there? Do it. Do it, but then get in contact with me afterward, because that's cool. Okay, sucks. Maybe another day. So, one of the things that we got fixed there was the Mrs. Tomato's office is on the other side of this wall. And that's where the main internet was coming through before. But our main hub is in our closet in the bedroom. Now, you guys who do internet stuff, you probably know what I'm talking about. I don't know that much about what's going on, but we've got wiring. What is it called? HCAT 5 or whatever? Wiring all throughout the house, and we've got ports everywhere. But originally, when the first company came and did it, they had some problem where they had to have us set up in the closet, and then they put the router in Mrs. Tomato's office. because unless the router was in that office going directly into a port in that wall, which goes through this wall and out through here, we couldn't get internet. Star Citizen is making this talk way more epic than it should be. Yeah, Cat 5, that's the one. So for the last year, we've been in this situation where the router has had to be in there. And this port would only work if the router was in there, which meant we couldn't have the router at our main hub to send the signal throughout the house. I'm sorry, it's really complicated and convoluted. Basically, the previous company was too lazy to really get into the wall and try and figure it out. This new company with the cheaper service came by. This dude got into the wall, figured out, god dang it, figured out that the port, this is the port that you guys have been going through this whole time. This port, see how it's like it's a little flimsy. Look at this. You see this right here? See how it kind of separates like that? Just barely. That was enough to cause problems with the connection. I don't know why. I don't know how. But for whatever reason, this port would not work until he did that and then did some other stuff with the wires. But now, we have hardwired 2 gigabit internet in the entire house. And I'm all for cheaper, dude. These big companies, ooh, you know, they grind my gears. Grind them! The gears have been grinded. Cat 5 is slow, Cat 8 cable is newest, fastest now. Do not tell me to try and get new cables, alright? I'm gonna... I will slap you. I don't want any more cable stuff anymore, okay? I'm done with it. Nah, this house is, I would never replace cabling. We're just renting this place.
Quantum travel complete.
Yeah, I'm not, I don't think I'm running speeds enough to validate getting Cat 8 cable. 2 gigs is good for me. Although it is kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy to... Yeah, we got every room hardwired. They actually gave us a free extender. So we now have an extender downstairs that's hardwired in, so we can hardwire off that, which means our cooking streams will now be hardwired. And our Xbox will be hardwired in the living room. It's really nice, but what I've realized as we've been scaling up Space Tomato Gaming throughout the years is probably when we first started, it was just me. And I was mainly using Google Drive for storage. And then Mrs. Tomato got more involved in like the video and the cutting and clipping, and we had to get more sharing between us. So we got a server with 8 terabytes. It was easy though, because it was our local network. We were just sharing Ethernet cables between us. Then we brought on another editor. And we had to start to think about more reliable sharing and internet speeds and like DHCP settings and all the freaking firewall stuff you have to do, which was a pain when you're traveling back and forth between America and Turkey, 2 countries that honestly are not the most easy to work with when it comes to the internet. Turkey being more so. And then we brought on another editor and a branding person. So now we've got a team of 5. And it's interesting to look at just how much like we're considering further expansions in the next couple of years as we look further down the line at what we're going to be doing. And it's crazy just how quickly the data caps and the speeds and the amount of storage that you have and all of this stuff has to expand. It's nuts, dude. It's like half your capital starts going to just infrastructure.
Landing complete. Engines off.
You need higher Cat cables to reach full speeds. Cat 5 only goes up to 1 gig. What? Are you serious? Bro, did they rip us off? Oh, at 100 meters. Okay, we're definitely not doing 100 meters. Yeah, it's Cat 5e. Does that change it? It says Cat 5e, yeah. It's Cat 5e and they're like 100-foot cables. They're not that big. I think this one's like 60 feet. Dude, don't give me freaking heart attack like that, bro. I spent like an hour talking to this guy about getting new switches because my switches only are at 1 gig speed. Imagine him walking out of the house being like, yeah, okay, cool, sounds good, dude. And meanwhile, my wires don't even run the speeds. 5e is 1 gig for up to 100 meters. Bro, if Cat 5e is capped at 1 gig, then there's literally no reason we should have gotten the speeds we got. Easy enough to downgrade. Cat 5e is 2.5 gigs. Should be easy enough to be like, what internet speeds can I run on Cat 5e wires? Up to 1 gigabyte at its maximum standard length of 100 meters. For shorter high-quality cable runs, it can often handle 2.5 or even 5 gigabytes per second. While it can sometimes handle higher, 10 gigabit speeds are not guaranteed and typically require shorter distances. As per spec, Cat 5e will work with 2.5 gigabits per second. Yeah, dude, I'm fine. Don't trust the AI. Avocado, I only trusted it because of you. Are you the AI? Trusting things that's... Alright, fine. Trusting things that are meant to predict the next word is like trusting chat, dude. But you know what? You're right. Here we go. Full-on human persons. See how much longer it takes, man? Cat 5e is rated for 1 gigabit up to 100 meters. Alright, now we go further. Would upgrading to a 100-foot Cat 6 cable have solved my issues? Unlikely. Cat 5e is fine for what you are trying to achieve. Alright, this person is a human. Good. What are they trying to achieve? Max speeds I received was approximately 100 megabits per second. He's looking for 700 to 800. That's not enough. All right, next human. Yeah. Hold on, no, I'm trying to avoid AI. Stand by. Gotta make sure. Human answer. All right, here we go. Here's more humans. Does Cat 5e or 6 make a difference if my home is only... no. Okay, hold on. We got to find a better one. Let's say for 2.5 gigabits per second. Here we go. Humans! This guy says, I've done over 10 gigabits per second on Cat 5e. They have the same bandwidth per their specs, so it will probably work assuming the line isn't too long. Should work, but not all Cat 5 cables are created equally. This is exactly what 2.5/5 gigabit internet was designed for. Alright. Shouldn't be too much of a stretch. A lot of Cat 5 cabling actually conform to 5e standards. Yeah, it looks like people are saying that Cat 5e should be good. Is this good? Did we get away from AI? I think we're safe. Google couldn't have possibly summarized all of that. Silly Google. All right, let's get into the city. Meanwhile, AI was just scraping what I was looking at. No, dude, I couldn't have possibly trusted that. If you're upgrading, you might as well upgrade to fiber in the house. Us? Oh, we're on fiber. Absolutely. That would have, yeah. No, we tried to do this not on fiber before. That wasn't going well.
How's it going? Tell you, crime in this system got way up.
Would a speed test not just solve this question? No, I don't have the switch for it. My switch is only rated for 1 gig.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
So I guess Mrs. Tomato could probably do, because she's not on a switch. She could probably do the test. Alright, so what we're going to do today is I'm going to get a couple folks with some Polarises and Perseus to come out. And probably maybe like a Paladin or something. And then we're going to take some Ares and the turrets in these ships and just kind of shoot at each other and get an idea of how it affects the armor that we're looking at. I personally don't have any ships that are big enough to, I think, for armor to matter. Except maybe the Carrack. We could try the Hermes.
Your vehicle has been delivered.
And then everybody else who's coming out to join us can bring whatever ship you like.
Your vehicle, please visit us again.
Sherlyn, dude, Mrs. Tomato is starting to feel... Uh-oh, did I freeze? Did the whole stream freeze? Oh, look, it's back. We're running the stream at 720p graphics card. 720p! Your desktop's getting 900 up and down. That's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that after this then.
Remember, your belongings belong to you. Keep a careful watch on all personal items.
If you upgrade to fiber, the ports you connect to will also need to be higher than 1G. Yeah, I don't know about the ports.
Okay.
But I am thinking maybe we're limited.
I hope you have a wonderful day.
Zayeth, what's up, dude?
Hello.
Oh, I had to talk to you. I gotta reach out to you. Good to see you, man. I saw your message in chat. I missed what you said at first. Welcome in, though. Hope you're having a good year.
And welcome to New Babbage, capital city of Microtech. Where creative innovation.
You're a low bolt tech, so you get a lot of freebies. Your fiber install costs your labor. Hey, that's not bad. I don't know why a hype train started on Twitch. Strange. Fiber cables instead of Cat 5 cables. Still capped on the router side if the port connecting that switch is 1G. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna want to downgrade our internet. Bit rocky, but something to get into later. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. YouTube audio may have stopped working, folks, because the stream dipped for a bit. You might have to refresh. Just let them know in chat. I don't know. I don't understand. It doesn't even really make sense to me why our audio would be dropping out. The audio dropping out, I was convinced was because of the motherboard. Like our USB port's failing.
Thank you
What
very
else
much.
could that possibly be? Fuck, dude. Jesus, say it. Zayeth came in with this freaking Santa. The stream Santa. Don't stop clapping. He just dropped 50 subs. Keep clapping. Jesus, dude. Zayeth with the big 5 freaking. Stop. Keep clapping. Holy crap, man. Thank you. I think that maybe that's why Twitch had started the hype train in advance. I appreciate you. The reason is not give more money. The real reason is, I don't know. It's got to be OBS. Maybe I need to reinstall my Roadcaster stuff. Maybe it's the drivers on my Roadcaster that are somehow messing things up. But we've done the computer work at this point. We are. I think we all deserve some more returns for that, what you guys have done. We will consider that your streamathon drop. By the way, if y'all haven't noticed, 4.7's obviously not going live this week, so our streamathon will be next Friday, rather than this Friday, to coincide with the patch going live so that we can all get jumping game and start crafting together. If you guys would like to join me for that, we'll be doing a lot of open gameplay in GII and a lot of exploring throughout Star Citizen. Space Marine. I saw you answered on Discord, dude. Appreciate that. I'll be in touch. Thank you for dropping a sub. And Colt with the bits. Keeping that hype train going. Level 5, baby. And I don't have a tractor beam. What armor am I wearing? I am in some of the new armor that you can find in Nyx. It's the claw salamander getup. Obviously, they don't take great care of what they wear, but it looks good. Oh, hi Gimbal. You can use it. You're good. Let's jump into chat.
Here he is.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hello.
Thank you very much. How's it going?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Oh, you know, getting along.
We were just trying to work out why you went all the way down to the planets if you want to do spaceship stuff.
Well, I thought we needed the bigger hangars for the big ships. And I wanted to get my fabricator.
Ah, of course. That makes sense.
Yeah. PKP, dude! And my... Sorry. Things aren't working anymore on this side. Nope, my stream deck has stopped working. There we go, now it works. Good God, computer. PK! God, I hate this computer so much. Thank you, dude. Ruining my celebration of my man, PKP. Toast gang. Keeping the hype train going, and if you guys don't know my man, PKP in the chat, you need to remember that's his name. That's his nickname. That's how you should refer to him. Mr. PKP. GII's very only. One and only? Very only? Thanks for the subs, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you for keeping the hype train going, for keeping this stream going, for supporting it. And for keeping our coaches, holding them accountable. Need somebody in there who's gonna slap Avocado for killing you with the box. Do any of you guys have a Polaris by any chance?
Yes.
I do.
Awesome. Yeah, I want to shoot the Polaris with a Perseus. I think that would be fun testing. Have you guys tested out this armor stuff yet?
I have not.
Cool. And we all get to learn together. Probably OBS.
Crafting and mining and all that.
I really hope it's OBS. Yeah, there's a lot to test in this patch. Like there's plenty to miss. So I saved this for last, basically. Even if we're going to go and test armor and stuff, I'm still bringing the fabricator with me because I'm just obsessed and have FOMO. What if we find something to dismantle?
Did you get it working from the? I know you were asking yesterday. Did you get it working from the grid like you had asked?
I have not yet. No, this
Okay.
is my first time actually picking another one up, so we can find that out together too.
Yeah, I snapped it onto the Asgard, and I flew a little away from New Babbage, and it worked. But that was like first tech preview.
Okay. I can actually go grab a cargo box right now, and we could just try it.
Yeah, that's
You
how
hope
I
it's
tested it.
delayed?
I put a 2 SCU container and just threw some stuff in it.
They need to make some serious changes. What do you think they should be
I don't have
changing?
a Perseus.
You just let Rig do all the work and send the message in chat. I love that. Maybe a more exotic streaming PC would help. Maybe we just use Mrs. Tomato's PC. She said, should we send the PC to Brazil or something? No, Turkey, obviously. Oh, I don't even have any commodities here. Never mind, I have nothing to craft from here. So I'll just go get the ship and fly. You're waiting to get back into the game until 4-7? You want to go hunt down some high-quality ores? Seems pointless to play right now. Dude, whenever there's a big patch coming in, it can be very difficult to play the previous live patch. Brigadier, thanks for gifting out a sub, dude. Helping the garden grow.
I can report.
Bringing more lovely folks to the sub club.
Nice. Yeah, I was doing Foxwell, and I got a lot of antium armor.
Hey, do any of you have something to drink by any chance?
Me.
That is enough.
Yeah, I guess.
I do not. I died this morning when I was playing and rage quit, so I don't have anything in my backpack.
In a sec, I'll get you.
How'd you die?
I was scouting around one of the rock breaker places without a rock, and I was deep. I'd been in there for like over an hour, and then some enemy just desynced out of nowhere on top of me and shotgunned me in the face. So
I was just flying
Yeah,
into New Babbage here and just exploded, just randomly.
oh shit!
Nice. Good fun. Yeah, I don't have anything to drink with me. I'll have to go back to the spaceport.
Oh, yeah, I got some. I got you.
Oh.
Do you have a crate out, or do you want me to just drop it on the floor?
Just the floor is fine. 5-second rule. Wondering if they'll have a custom fab in the Carrack after they redo it, or they're gonna shoehorn one of those fabs in. No, the Carrack actually has the space for the fabrication. So I think they'll just use whatever they do
First thing I
for
do with the patch is buy
on-ship
100
stuff.
crews.
Yeah, let me patch some, let me craft some really powerful crews that hydrates me for days. You just put a couple grinded down copion bones in it. That's the secret ingredient.
The Polaris radar wants 10 pips of energy.
It's too much.
Earth?
Oh my gosh. Harder to detect people than it is to protect your ship.
Right? That's like, why are the shields off? Oh, because there's no power. Why is there no power? Because the radar? What?
Yeah.
Dude, I still love that emote, Zaya. Thank you so much for unlocking that one. That one's one of my favorites. I don't know why. The dude's just so intense the way he's clapping. Baby is happy and healthy. All tests are good. Got our anatomy scan in 3 weeks, so we're excited to see him in detail. Yeah. Baby boy. He's starting to move around more, so Mrs. Tomato is like starting to actually get the feelings. Armor system with threshold is perfect. If you shoot a battleship armor belt with a 22, it shouldn't even scratch it. I will agree with everyone though who's saying like a simple gate is a little weird. It'd be nice if there was more of a damage difference that's translated into the armor. But a lot's gonna change with this system as we go forward, so I'm willing to see how it goes. The same, I've accepted the same with engineering as much as I was hoping engineering would have a more impactful difference when it arrived. I'm realizing that these features that they're adding are still very much like the 3.x series of features. And the first edition of them is a far cry from what it's actually meant to be, so we'll see if they go with something a little more focused on damage, but we haven't even considered Maelstrom, cantilever beam models, all that jazz.
Yeah, but it's actually just refusing to move. Like,
because of your radar?
No, it's just it cut a jump halfway through a jump, and now it won't do anything. It just calibrates and then doesn't do anything, and then calibrates again.
Hmm.
But like, it won't even move, just in normal flight. It's very strange.
Siphon, if you got yours, why don't you pull it, and then worst case scenario, you can shoot one Polaris to the other Polaris.
Yeah, I can.
Cool. I'll grab an arrow, and that way I can hop over.
Are you gonna? I thought you were grabbing a Perseus.
No, I don't have a Perseus. All I have is, the best I can do is an Inferno.
I can grab a What did he say you wanted a Perseus too?
Yeah, Perseus would be cool.
Alright, I'll grab a Perseus then too.
Okay.
Yeah, the Inferno will help. I wonder what size weapons there. Is the Hermes size 3s or 4s?
Cool.
Ooh, okay. We need something with 3s or 2s. I want to see.
I got an arrow with 3s pulled up.
Okay, cool. I thought you were getting an Inferno.
Well, I just got options here.
I just don't want to make you make multiple trips. You know what? In that case, maybe I should just come back and grab one of your ships.
Sure.
That'll make it easier. Because I want to get small energy, small ballistic, big energy, big ballistic.
Here we are.
Got an arrow with a pair of size 3 deadbolts.
Okay. I'll be right back.
If you want to park on the ground, I'll just bring it. No, never mind. It doesn't work. Come back.
Oh my god, this ship's so heavy! Oy. I just landed on the hangar door.
Like a glove.
Thing is freaking chunky with the way it moves, dude. I love it. I gotta get used to that.
Engines are off.
Papa Tomat. Yeah, I'm going by Bada. It's a cross between dad and Turkish and English. Daba. Yeah, the approach was solid. If I just waited a couple more seconds, it would have looked even purposeful. You know, even with batteries coming, or even without batteries coming, it's pretty clear that there's so much balancing that needs to be done for engineering. The radars out here taking more power than the weapons. No flight sticks today. Well, I was filming a little bit in flight sticks. If we do some more flying, I'll use them a little bit here. I only use flight sticks if I'm going to be flying for more than a few seconds. Until I can get them mounted.
They land to balance the radars. Crafted, high-quality ones take less power.
Maybe, yeah. That's a hell of a balance, though. It's almost like the radars are too demanding.
Ricky, buy it.
You don't have to max it out. You just don't get as much benefit if you don't.
Yeah.
I think that's like a conscious choice of, you know.
Yeah, we're all really used to abundance. I was realizing that with guns the other day. We don't really take into account that some of the guns that we use right now are like end game level guns. They're not end game, but they're definitely not guns you're supposed to get in your first few days of playing.
Shields offline.
We just have access to everything at all times, including insurance.
I was kind of thinking the same thing when I was buying ammunition earlier. Like the pulverizer ammunition was so expensive that I was buying this morning. And yeah, I guess the idea is that we're not supposed to, like, that is an end game gun and an end game expense.
Shields online.
Do we know if we're ever going to be able to craft ammunition? I was wondering if that was a way around it.
You can craft it now.
We can.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep, they just added it.
Best use for the lower quality materials.
Nice.
You even get the ammunition blueprints from different missions.
Is there a debuff to low quality ammo?
Not yet. It's just ammo just comes out the same every time. That would be interesting though if you could craft ammo that has like a higher hardness rating and maybe it affects armor more.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, real world ammo is all kinds of.
Yeah,
stuff.
or like you could craft bullets using chemical compounds, and that would mean more effects to the enemies you're fighting.
Yeah.
Or maybe like certain creatures need certain types of ammo to kill.
I mean, just up to materials, right? Like, you know, lead is used because it's heavy, right? Well, gold is heavier than lead. Depleted uranium is heavier than that, right? Tungsten is good for armor piercing. Like, there's all kinds of material choices and whatnot.
That would be cool if they got deep into that. Have they added use for crafting tables in the Clipper and Carrick? Not yet. No, those are probably not going to come for until a later update. Zayeth, my dude, you heading out? Alright, I'm on the flight sticks now. Something weird though with like the camera view. Why do my character keeps looking left whenever I use the flight sticks? Yeah, okay, the x-axis makes me look left. Time for a meeting. Take it easy.
Really
Have a good one, dude.
Prioritizing the radar over the shield, though.
No, it's a weird default choice.
Shields online.
It's just less aggressive than you guys. Doesn't expect to be getting into fights like that, you know? There we go.
Does the map search not work in PTU?
It's a real pain in the butt. If you type it like all the way out that it'll autofill, you can hit enter, and that'll work.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's like the text is just all overlapping and broken.
Yeah, and SCM feels so slow in space.
He says in an arrow.
Yeah, I looked over and it looked like you were about to crash.
It's still that's because I was boosting. As soon as you stop boosting, it's just like it just feels so slow.
Buying a Fortune last night, and that is really slow in SCM. It's a small ship.
Smartus, where's your spawn set?
I'm still down at Babbage. Wait.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's Babbage. Guess I have the time to change it right now to this. And my view is locked now.
Ship isn't moving.
If they break the big RSI ships.
Shit. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Oh, all right.
Heels deep.
There was a reason I was asking you about your spawn.
I wouldn't have died if I didn't go try to set it. Oh, and that's why I should still stick to mouse and keyboard when I'm landing. Oh god. I was like I could feel myself starting to lose control, and then I tried to do different things to stop it, and I was like, wait, no, that's strafe. That's not backwards. Oh man.
Yeah, it's important to remember that like if you're slowing down, it puts most of its energy into slowing down, not changing direction. So if you're going to crash and you can change direction, you actually want to accelerate.
Yeah, I just completely strafed up instead of pulled backwards. Sorry about your arrow.
What did Ava say about insurance being free?
Good news is I think I have an arrow that I can just get to replace.
Hold up here too.
How many VKB deaths now? I don't even... A lot. So many.
Do you have your speed limiter bound?
No.
You definitely want to do that.
I have next to nothing bound in the PTU, to be honest.
Everything quiet.
Yeah, for all of you who just joined in, welcome. This is the stream about failing to play Star Citizen. Maybe you don't know how that works. I'm here to show you. Have I tried anchoring onto the rotating bit of the station?
That's got size 3 and size 4.
I have not.
Yeah, I think it's 4 on the nose, 3's on the slung, isn't
it? Yeah. Ballistic end.
I've barely been practicing so far because I want to get these sticks mounted. Although I'm realizing I will not be able to sit right here and play when these sticks are mounted. I will literally have to be like this from now on. Which is just weird. Like this. It'd basically be sitting like right here, right? So like I could move this far forward at most. It's gonna be weird. I'll have to go from this to playing like this. Does this look normal to you guys? Do I look do I look natural like this? Just playing my games, just doing my thing. Ugh. I don't know, man. I'm a couch gamer. I wasn't built for all this. Blidzetki, thanks for the sub, dude. Thanks for the tier 1 sub this month on Twitch. Big perp out here. Either getting me shot or keeping the stream going. Either way, appreciate your energy today, guys. Gonna take the trophy from Shailisha for worst lander in GII. My friend, I have had that title since the org began. Don't try to strip me of my commendations. Use two little end tables for your joysticks, so you can either throw them on the desk or throw them on the end tables and move them around based on where you're sitting. How do you deal with that when it comes to your desk? Oh, because you can scoot back. I see. Yours are sitting on the desk, boy. I think I'd be okay with them sitting on the desk, but there's just genuinely not enough space. Even right here, when I try to get into this stick, I almost hit my mic arm. We need players that fail spectacularly too. Listen, how are you guys supposed to know that you're good at flying if you can't watch me be bad at it?
Set mine here. Mine's down on New Babbage right now.
That's fine too. I just don't want to end up back in Nick.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Don't want to end up like me.
Hi.
I don't have any pilot certification,
Vehicle
even though I wrote it. No, I ran through it. I just haven't actually gotten graded by somebody else. So you can't confirm if I'm good enough for it or not.
Well, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoy your time in New Babbage.
I got you, Zerga. We're in the PTU right now. Bought a TKL keyboard from Razer, and that allows you to keep your sticks to either side. Is that one of the split keyboards? Time for the quarter-mile run out to the ship. What the? I'm not even gonna run all the way back. I'm gonna take this. Fly me back to the kiosk. I'm too lazy. Hey, what's up, Nesville? Why is Stream Elements censoring the word Tom? Just mean, oh, it doesn't have 10 keypad, gotcha. What's in the PTU that's new? Crafting, armor, engineering, new locations, new resource materials from mining, new character hairstyles, some new armor, new gun refactor and art, armor balancing, engineering changes. Quite a bit of stuff in this PTU.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Tom. Why is it only censoring Nesville saying Tom? Only you can't say that word. Yeah, there's some engineering changes. Not big ones. Not the ones we want, but they're changing up some of the balancing of power, especially with the radars coming in. Do you think Squadron is going to have the same impact as the original Halo? Oof. Especially because Star Citizen will eventually accompany it. You only ask because watching the Squadron demo gave you the same excitement as Halo did way back when you were 10. I do think it has similar feelings. And I think it's going to invoke a lot of the feelings that Halo Combat Evolved did, at least in that first prologue section. I don't think it's going to be revolutionary like Halo Combat Evolved was. That game, not only did that game change shooters forever, it also changed the Xbox forever, saved the Xbox. And I don't think there's another FPS shooter that can match up to that. But I do think that Squadron 42 has the ability to be another a cinematic space game that brings people into the genre like Halo did. But they're gonna have to do a lot more impressive on the writing in Squadron than we've seen in Star Citizen for that to be the case. Not saying that their writing is bad, just saying that Halo Combat Evolved is not just a story on its own, it's an introduction to a universe, and it's a really, really good one. Squadron is supposed to be the same, but we've all been playing Star Citizen for years, so they've got to do a lot more work to make it as intriguing, at least to us. Maybe for other people it will be very interesting, but you have to nail the introduction to your universe to have a similar effect to what Combat Evolved did. The mystery, the both understanding and misunderstanding of this alien world and what it was supposed to be used for and why the heck you were there. It was really gripping. Squadron 42, as of right now, still looks like a fairly cliche space opera military story. I think that there are going to be some twists and that there will be things that change that up. If they can really build on the emotions in the character development and the life on board the Idris, then it can be iconic for the social situations, for the downtime in between missions, and for the feelings that you get as you play through the story. But from a purely the perspective of combining unique and new gameplay and writing like Halo Combat Evolved did, I don't think it'll do that. Something I say funny, bub?
No, I just got onto the bridge of the Polaris and there was like a ship spinning wildly in front of me, but it was just gimbal.
How's that stick life? Oh, you know, yanking it. It's getting me places. Still learning how it works. I'm a little bit new to it all and using it sparingly, but the stick's treating me well. Just a matter of I can't generally keep them in the place that I want to have them, you know? You gotta move them around quite a bit before you can get comfortable with them. Did I hear about the Dune 3 trailer? I actually saw the picture posted for the Dune 3 trailer the day before it came out, and I totally thought it was a Mortal Kombat trailer. Like a Mortal Kombat announcement. I was about to wake Mrs. Tomato up to show her, and then I read the thing. They dropped me really far away from the space station. I don't understand. Don't hate on my phrasing. You're big in the RP community for Star Citizen. You're excited for the on-ship segments to learn more about culture of the verse. How do people speak, slang they use, things they like, dislike, will help you develop your character more. Yeah, that's a good point. One of my favorite parts about Star Wars Outlaws is that it shows you a perspective of the verse or of the world that you're not getting otherwise. Halo did that through their books. Plenty of games and movies do this through spin-offs and stuff. Star Citizen is a nice civilian spin-off from Squadron 42. But I really do hope that in Squadron we still get to see more of what it's like to live in the Empire. Not just military-wise, but for the average person. That stuff interests me to no end. I'm excited to get more into the RP stuff in this game.
So I can just bring your inside the station to your right.
There's a new Spider-Man trailer?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was parked underneath the station.
That I did not know about. Just finished Outlaws, you freaking loved it? Dude, Outlaws is a good game, man. I know it didn't have the best launch because of like the quality. But the amount of people who just like completely pooped on this game for not being perfect God, they really hurt the ability for us to get more good Star Wars games. No, I'm just gonna stick in this one. Yeah, we could just jump to somewhere random. Just jump and then cancel, and I'll follow you out there.
Righto.
Shields offline.
RPNet? What is that, a Discord? I'll check it. Halo C was a once-a-generation type of game that revolutionized a genre. You doubt CIG will do anything close. Hey, it's been another generation!
In, but you didn't.
You know, yeah, I'm halfway stopped.
Yeah, I'll come back to you.
What the? Man, this star map. It's funny that even Star Wars Outlaws map is like, I'm like, why isn't this in Star Citizen? There we go. Okay. I really like how in the Star Wars Outlaws map, when you're pulling out from the map, it shows you this little, like, it's almost like it has some weight to it, right? Like you can feel like you're tugging the map away from the planet, and then it lets it pop out to show the orbit. So you get a whole nice feeling of, oh, I'm going to transition to a different view. Maybe I don't want to do that. Whereas with this game, they're just like, F you and what you want to do.
Yeah, I really hate how the map scrolls in this.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Alrighty. So, first thing I want to do is get some shots of y'all trading shots against the armor.
Oops.
And I want to make sure somebody else is on the engineering console to see what's happening to the armor as we shoot at it. So, we only have us four, right? Crap, we need one more person.
Unless you want to... Oh, you want to be visually looking at the outside.
Yeah, I want to see the outside. I want somebody to be looking at the armor on the inside, and then I want to see what happens when either of these two ships shoot at the Polaris.
Ava doesn't
need
need
one more person.
Ava can be stationary, doesn't need to fly right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You can be on the monitor.
Do you want to start with Perseus? I can board and gun.
Yes, please.
Yes, I need to actually go to engineering to see the engineering screen.
No.
Is there an engineering screen somewhere else? I don't think there is there?
No, I don't think so. Star Citizen isn't exactly a spin-off, but it is a telling of a story from a different perspective. Oh, not a story, an IP. There's a Squadron 42 is a single-player military campaign. Star Citizen is more of a civilian life.
Inferno is flying backwards.
I have not beat Star Wars Outlaws yet. I'm working through it. I'm taking my time on it. I actually just got off the first planet.
Do anything.
Say again?
There's 6 engineering screens in the, like 3 on each side of the power engine area, and none of them do anything. They're all black. They don't do anything.
They're like, you don't need to engineer.
Right.
Dude, the LODs on the Polaris look awful right now.
Yeah. Right.
What is going on? There we go. Wow.
I found the one engineering screen that works.
Guess I'm gonna have to stay close.
That's cool. I never noticed that the gun actually goes up is when somebody gets in it in the Perseus.
Hey, manned and ready.
All right, so I can get some close-up shots like this.
Anything you want me to shoot in particular?
Well, let's stay away from engineering just so we don't accidentally blow the ship up. How about just that top section, just 4 of the hangar? Take a shot or 2 there, and I'll tell you if you hit him. Yeah. Oh, we gotta turn the... Yeah, you can shoot through the shields. Ava, you got eyes on the console?
I am looking, yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take some shots on that, and let's see if anything happens to it.
My armor is dropping of 6%-ish per shot. It's already
Okay,
down
stop
to 30%,
shooting.
24%.
All right. Your armor across the whole ship is down to 24%.
That's as far as I can see on here. There only seems to be one armor number.
Jesus.
So
Okay.
Is it split by sections?
We're about to find out. Can you shoot just aft of that hangar?
Staff before engineering?
Yeah.
19%. 13%.
All right. All right. Stop there. So it's the same. It's one pool of armor for the whole ship. And you just got through it in, what was that, like 7 shots?
Yeah, that felt scary fast.
I believe it was
What the
15
heck?
rounds total, and I think one of them was off target.
Is that does not seem like very much. And I'm wondering if it was because it was all in the same area, or...
Keep in mind those are dual size 8s also, and they're ballistic.
Yeah, I guess that is
Yeah,
what the
but it's a
Perseus
Polaris.
That is the Perseus's job, though, right? Is to shoot big things at big targets, right?
I just feel like it would make sense over the course of a battle, but if you could hit 15 shots in the first 2 minutes of the battle, because it's not a pool like the shields. Rather, it's not separated like the shields. It's a pool. It looks like. Can you come around to the bottom side of the Polaris and shoot there, and we can see if maybe they split armor on sides?
Well, if you what's on the Pisces? Are they size 1s? What happens if you shoot me with them? Well, they're lasers, right, as well, so they shouldn't do anything to the armor. I would hope.
You can turn the shields off.
Yeah,
Right,
do you want me to
from
turn the shields
engineering.
off?
Yeah. Just keep in mind that was 15 rounds of Medusa with shields off.
Yeah.
I mean, the Polaris' shields were on, right?
Yeah. If you're gonna shoot the Polaris with size 1s, I'd say turn it off. Otherwise, you're just not gonna.
Right.
Yeah,
but
and
I'm just
also
like we're talking about. I mean, we're talking about a ship just got through the Polaris' shields and armor in like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, with half its firepower.
If you get disabled, if your thrusters get shot out, but you still have shields and armor, you will die.
Interesting to test on the Idris too, since it's got a lot more health.
Yeah, if you've got both of those turrets manned and they're like flying well so that they're both on target.
All right, let me know when you're in position.
So with the shields off
I'm ready.
now, Tomato, do you want to shoot it with the size 1s real quick, just to see if it touches the armor at all?
I'm in an arrow.
Oh, I thought
Got
you
size
were
1s on
Pisces. Oh,
top.
that's my bad.
I have size 1s?
Yeah, your top 2 weapons are size 1.
All right, let me...
Shields online.
Oh, that's awkward. They're empty. What?
You got power?
Oh. No, they're not even...
Yeah, put all your power on the radar and took it from the weapons.
God dang it.
Radar is hungry
Okay.
this patch.
Alrighty, let's see. So what's your armor at?
It's at 13%.
Okay. How about now?
The shields are off to stop you damage reduction from the shields right now as well. So
Anything?
still at 13.
Yeah,
They ballistics.
Yeah, they're Tiger Strike, I think, size 1 ballistics. Or
I'm bursting. I'm not shooting all at once.
No change. Still 13%.
Okay, I'll lay into it.
Don't they not go through until the armor's at 0?
That's what we're seeing.
Yeah, still 13% unchanged.
Huh?
we just verify you
Gotta
can
get a little
still
bit.
damage exterior components.
I'm gonna try that in a second. Let me just get a little closer. Okay, not that close, Jesus.
I can hear you in my game. That was close. Still 13.
Anything?
No, nothing.
I think the size 1s can damage like the PDCs and the turrets though.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a solid 1,000 bullets. So
Yeah,
no
so
damage on armor for small ships.
Yeah, that would be a waste of ammo if this was a real fight, for sure. Yeah.
Can confirm. All right. Let me try this thruster now. Watch your engineering overlay. I'm going to shoot your starboard top thruster. Anything?
Nope.
Interesting.
About one of those top turrets.
All right. Gonna try your starboard top man turret. Ready?
Okay.
Siphon, would you scan the Polaris for me, please?
Okay, I have a warning now on the turret.
Okay, so I'm doing damage to the turret.
Yeah, one of the guns has gone yellow. I think now the other gun has gone yellow. So I've got warnings.
Oh, so it's literally I have to shoot the actual gun on the turret. Like the turret cockpit's not getting damaged, is it?
Can't quite tell with the overlay, but it looks like it's the gun rather than the turret. Yeah.
Let me try the guns again.
Yeah, it looks like I have 4 warnings now, which is the 4 guns on that one turret. One gun's gone red. Yeah.
Well, they're spreading damage around because I'm not. I haven't shot the bottom left turret yet. So to some extent, turrets are taking damage.
Yeah, that one that you're shooting there looks like it's got a health of 0% now.
Okay, how about this PDC? Let me shoot that. Yeah, it's definitely taking damage. Anything?
Nothing on the armor. I can't see anything reporting damage to a PDC.
I mean, it's gone. I can't even see the PDC anymore.
Oh, there it is.
Like
Yeah,
on
yeah,
my.
I see it. Yeah, I see the warning there.
Yeah, it's just. I think that's completely destroyed. Let me try this other one.
It's showing at 90% health though.
Oh.
That one is 50. The one you're just doing now is, yeah, that dropped quick. That's at 36% health now.
I still can't see it though. So it still works.
As far as I can tell, it's 10% now. 5%. It seems to have held at 5%.
It's just sitting at 5%.
Yeah, 2.2 now.
Okay.
I guess as you can't fully destroy
Wow,
them,
so
you can repair them later.
Or like it really tapers off as you get low.
I can see the wireframe of your arrow floating around on my engineering screen.
That's cool.
That's 0% now.
Okay. No real noticeable difference out here other than that it just looks like I scraped the crap out of it.
Yeah.
Let me try interior component real quick. Let's see if you've got a radar in there somewhere. I think that's your quantum drive right here at the back. Let me see if I can hit that. Anything?
Yeah, the quantum drive is right on the tail. Nothing yet. No, it shows 100% health on the quantum drive.
Okay. Can you swing the Perseus around this way and see if you can hit the quantum drive with your gun?
Yeah, I don't want to start with size 3. I got a good shot from here.
Okay. Go ahead and give it a shot.
Yeah, I'll start with the size 3.
Anything there?
The armor's dropped to 12% now, but no reported damage on the quantum drive.
Okay, hold on. Don't do anything else. Let me try something. These Panthers are size 3s, right?
Affirm.
On the arrow?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me if this does anything, Ava.
Check fire.
11% armor. 10%.
Okay. So it's definitive then that size 1s aren't doing something where size 3s would, because this... Nothing?
Nothing.
Yeah, definitely the gate. So I wonder what the DPS gate is. Does it depend on the ship?
The size 3s that you just used, are they lasers?
Yeah.
So if I turn my shields back on, what does it do to your damage? Does it halve it or something?
Let's see. Firing?
Check fire.
I've turned my shields back on, but they might need a moment to spool up.
Okay.
The shield's coming back up on your MFD? I don't have a shield.
Yeah, you're about halfway up on
Okay.
that side.
And then does that amount of damage drop off change depending on the health of the shield?
No, unfortunately, it's
No?
just a gate.
Okay.
Oh, the health of the armor? Yes, I don't know about the shield. Alright.
Because there's more penetration when there's less armor, right?
I don't believe so, no. I've been
No?
reading that it's just a flat gate. If you have enough damage to get through the armor, you do full damage.
Okay. Alright,
Which is
so I've got
kinda
shields
weird.
up now. Yeah, do you want to hit with the size 3s then that were doing damage to the armor
Yeah.
before? Okay.
So, here's the size 3s. What are they? Panthers that were doing damage before. Any armor damage?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Still at 10%.
Can I try my size
about-
3 ballistics on the chin turret with the shields up?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Go ahead.
It's a long burst on the shield on the chin turret.
Do that again one more time.
I'm seeing no change to armor.
Okay, so the shields are protecting the armor. The armor from small guns, at least, protects the hull. The hull should protect the components. And then they should also have turrets that protect the shields. And shield emitters also. So, like, the layers are coming together, but it still feels weird the way that they work.
I'm gonna target the actual gun and not the turret this time.
Razak Blood is saying that the gate becomes lower when total armor is lowered. It's just that you do full damage or no damage. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, the gate basically determines whether or not you do full damage or no damage. But there's no, like, you don't strip off some of the damage by having
Right, but the
armor.
gate value is variable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
And I'm not sure if that's variable depending on a certain type of armor, certain type of ship, certain type of, like, I do think that they need to get to the point where they've determined and detailed to us the armor classes. You know, military armor, civilian armor, and what ships have it versus us having to look at each ship specifically.
I just got kicked out.
Kicked out of the shard?
Yeah, it just shot me to the main menu.
Damn.
Weird. Alright, so we've determined that these size 3s do damage on the Polaris right now where the armor is. They do not do damage based on the shields. Right? So if I'm shooting you with all my guns on the arrow right now, tell me if I do any damage whatsoever.
Check fire. Ballistics low.
No armor.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Check fire.
I'm not doing anything to you.
The armor is staying the same. Are you shooting a particular part?
I'm shooting all the left side.
Generally,
I'm not doing anything to your shields either.
It might look different on the pilot MFD. It might be flashing red and stuff, but I'm not seeing anything on engineering. Nothing's being damaged. The armor isn't changing.
Can you turn your shields off?
Sure.
I want to see what happens if your armor goes down while I'm doing this.
Shields are off.
Check fire.
8%, 7%, 6% armor, 5%, 4%, 3, 2,
Check fire.
1.
Check fire.
Boom.
Now what's happening?
We're now at 0. But other than 0% armor, I have no visually anything different on the engineering screen.
Any hull damage coming through?
Yes, we're at 99% on the hull now.
Okay. So the size 3s are doing solid hull damage.
98% now, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you would be able to get through eventually, but that's with the shields down.
I mean, yeah, and that was only because I had the size 3s too.
Yeah.
I'm guessing size 1s, I mean, yeah, it depends on the type of gun, the DPS that they put out. It's going to take a lot of looking at stats to understand what can and can't affect other things.
Yeah.
My guess from what I've seen would be that with the shields up, anything size 4 and below just isn't going to be effective
It's
at
not
all.
viable. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Because
once the shields are down,
regenning. Yeah.
yeah, once the shields are down, though, the armor, even the size 1 was taking down the armor.
Yeah.
Well, can you put your shields back up then, and then we see what happens when Gimbal and Siphon, you're putting your size 8 ballistics into the shields. I want to see how much of the damage goes through.
Yeah. Now that the armor is essentially turned off, I wonder what the Perseus does to the hull health.
Okay, I'm going to start with an exterior component or general body shot or...
Yeah, just general body is fine.
Okay.
Although the penetration is supposed to be more effective now that the armor is gone, right? So am I now more vulnerable to you taking components out now that the armor is at 0?
You should be, yeah.
Yeah.
But just a body shot here?
Sure,
Yep.
go for it. Yeah, let's see what the numbers are. Hull is still at 98%.
Yeah, keep going. Keep hitting them.
I can hear the fire, but there's no change on the screen.
It's 5 rounds dual. Size
Okay, that's weird then. Yeah, like no change on hull health.
Cool. So shields are blocking ballistics then.
Against the hull, yes, but not against the armor, because we ripped
Yeah.
through the armor with the shields up.
Yeah.
Is that confirmed? I honestly forgot that. We
That-
could
yeah,
not.
That was the first
We
test
were-
shields were on, yeah. Yeah, and it just
And we
shredded
were
all
doing
up.
damage to the armor?
Yeah, we 15 rounds almost negated. I think
think that's
16 rounds would have negated all the armor.
Is that a glitch?
I
Why
don't
would ballistics?
think so. I mean, because I think with these are big guns, and these guns are designed to do this job. So maybe the balance isn't right, but I think they're.
Why wouldn't they?
I don't really know what the point of the armor is if it's just gone so quickly and then the hull just is still really tanky.
That's interesting. The hull isn't taking damage. Keep shooting him.
Although I am a little confused. Didn't they say like laser cannons were supposed to be more effective against armor than ballistics? So
Yeah.
I thought it had reversed and it was supposed to be the other way, but maybe not.
It's another 10 round.
Still 98%
We
on
don't
the hull,
have-
no change.
We don't have laser cannons. Dang, we should have brought the Ares or the Ion instead of the Inferno.
I can go get it real quick.
Yeah, we can
backspace.
Before you do, Gimbal, do you mind? Are you able to get a shot on the quantum drive right in the tail? I'm wondering if the penetration is something that we can see.
Yeah, let's do one quantum drive shot here.
Sure. Doesn't appear to have affected me at all. Health is still 100%.
There's 2 shots on the chin turret. My gun's acting a little funny here, but I don't think that shot's actually connecting the right spot because my.
Okay.
Let me troubleshoot here real quick.
Oh, yeah. Is the ship movable? Is Siphon, are you in the ship?
I think it's going to be interesting if this is all tied to damage output. It only makes it even more.
Yeah, you just.
That shot landed. I
just
knocked out your. Yeah, one shot.
Yeah, it flashed red, and now the quantum drive's at 0% health. So yeah.
Okay, so you can damage the components, but you can't damage the hull. That's got to be a glitch.
But it's because the armor is down, right? The armor was stopping the penetration, and the penetration is what's taken out the components.
Yeah.
So it benefits boarding, right? Because you can now kill the armor, kill the components, and the ship is still alive for you to board it and take it, sort of thing, right? Is that the point? To stop
I just don't see why
exploding?
the hull wouldn't take. Yeah, I guess that's one way to keep the. It just logically, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. But like, if you get another shot on the power plant, then I'm soft death essentially at full hull health.
I do want to see what happens if we take the power plant out and then repair it, and then keep shooting.
I'm trying to read chat as well, guys. I'm watching it, but I'm trying to wrap my head around. No, not you guys. I'm talking to chat. I'm trying to wrap my head around this stuff as we go. So I am trying to keep an eye on it. Okay. What were you just saying, Gimbal?
I'd like to neutralize the power plant and then have Ava repair it.
Okay.
Because in the past that has been wonky with ships, like
All right.
Zombie State.
How do I neutralize the power plant? Like, I can't take it out, can I?
I can take it out, but do you have a repair tool?
Oh, yes, I do. And I have canisters too.
All right.
I was about to go and find my quantum drive to repair that, actually.
It's in the way back of engineering. There's a door at the back.
This is so funny that I've had this ship for ages and I don't know where anything is.
No, that one's RSI, Avocado, not Aegis.
I think that's the quantum drive.
Really? No? Okay, I'll do it myself.
What?
God. Tough crowd.
Ah, here it is. I don't know what you're saying.
There it is.
Fix my quantum drive.
Check fire.
Science.
I really like the new scan overlay. That's the big improvement.
Check fire. Check fire.
Alright. Cool. So you want to shoot my power plant then?
Yeah, say goodbye to your power plant.
Oh no.
Check fire.
I need to be on a different deck to fix it from where the engineering screen is.
But tougher than... There it is. Goodbye.
Check fire.
Yeah, that's gone.
Oh yeah, just heard it shut down.
I do think these kinds of ships should feel pretty indestructible in most situations. But they should also just be really hard to like work with, you know? The power balancing, the amount of attention they draw, the cost that they take, all that should be true, but these ships also should feel like absolute monsters in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to plan your loadout and weapons for different situations. Like, you can't even just be like, yeah, I'm a Hornet pilot. I like flying my Hornet. I could take it out with the stock loadout. You literally have to pick a ship and a type of loadout now for the things you're going to do.
I worry how much of a pain that will be when everything is so difficult to do. Like, if you're in a different solar system and you know that you own a different loadout of guns, but they're back at your home planet and things, and then you can't buy them anywhere, I don't know. There's a lot of hurdles to quick swapping.
The worst part's definitely going to be that there's not enough content for any one gameplay style. So even if you did want to be that small ship with the high DPS that can tank big ships, there's not enough missions to do just that.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to keep changing anyways. Your understanding is that if the alpha damage per shot is less than the armor rating, then the round just bounces off. That's how I understand it as well. So if your armor is 50, but your size 1 ballistic Gatling only does 40 per bullet, then no damage. But if you have a size 1 cannon that does 60 points of damage per bullet, then it goes through. Yes. That's what I have learned. To be honest, I feel like it should be that 10 points of damage goes through instead of the full damage, but I'm willing to hear other reasons why that shouldn't be the case. I'm going to try and get a Citizen Central together to do that. In fact, I have a question for you guys. I have been asking my supporters over the last few days, and I will be opening this up to you because I do need some suggestions, and the community knows best. I am going to do a Citizen Central talking about Alpha 4.7, what it's bringing. Our main topics are going to be crafting, obviously, Rock Breaker, the new inventory system, and these armor and radar updates. I'm pretty confident on the inventory and crafting stuff, and I know people who can talk about that. I need 2 to 3 folks who are making content who you guys would like to see or you think would be a very good addition to a roundtable discussion that could really open up the talk about these armor and engineering changes in 4.7. Any suggestions from y'all? We'll give them a poke. Might change the next patch anyways. Yeah, it will.
It's really designed for at least 2 engineers in here for sure.
How's the repair going? Slow.
It's back online.
It didn't blow up. I thought the power plant eventually blows up.
Do we know anyone named Permafleet?
No.
Never mind.
Restore power to activate sensors. Well, I did
I
restore
think
power.
it's 10% is the minimum.
Oh,
If I
really?
remember right. Yeah.
Okay, I need to go and find some RMC then.
I thought it was 20.
Was it 20?
That's even worse. There should
Can't
be
you do
some-
can't you do damage from half penetration though? Like, if I put, if you're I don't know, shooting a projectile out of something into a block of iron. Let's say that iron is like super thin and something just punches right through it and damages whatever's behind it. But if it's like twice as thick, that object punches through, but it loses some of its kinetic energy, right? If the velocity is down, then the energy's down. 1/2, what is it, 1/2 kV squared, I think? And that V's going down, so I feel like you should be able to do some kind of partial damage. But that's a purely physics-focused point of view. Maybe military applications dictate otherwise. Board Gamer, Salty Mike, Danvers, Red's Resort. Good choices. I can reach out to them. I haven't heard of Danvers. What are you waiting for? Avocado is repairing. How'd the repairs go?
I had to go hunting for some RMC, but I found some and I'm on my way back now, so it won't be long.
Alright. Take a hypothetical 50 points of armor damage from 50 to like 20, or maybe even 15 should absolutely. Ship armor will... What? Ship armor with closer to 50 being closer to full damage, but at some point it just bounces off and does absolutely nothing. Yeah.
One thing's for sure, this is definitely not a solo ship now.
You think having it be a reduction is better for understanding? Ollie 43? Okay.
Check fire.
Now I can just shoot you and not feel bad.
Oi, rude. 10% I heard things start powering up again, so that's cool.
Alright, shut him back down now. Actually, when you have a chance, if you could open up the hangar after you're done with that, I'd like to land on board and maybe experience it from the inside the Polaris.
Sure. Yeah, of course. Opening up in a second.
You'd make a dent. It's only thinner in that specific spot. It's just about as good as... Just about as good unless you're getting stress fractures and whatnot, but overall you're not damaging much with machine gun fire versus a tank. I'm talking about the in-betweens. So we keep talking about the difference between shooting a tank with a pistol versus another tank. I'm talking about all the stuff in between that, you know? Instead of the .5 caliber bullet, maybe the 20 caliber bullet or whatever that has enough energy to basically punch a small hole through the armor but not actually damage on anything on the interior. That's still decreasing the armor, right? That's still damage getting translated through somewhat. It doesn't happen often. It's generally like a very quick process, I imagine, that happens, but the fact of the matter is, like, every impact of kinetic energy is technically lowering the ability for an object to resist another equal impact. On bigger ships might be just strip armor,
So
build
what's your
components,
hull
and
health
board.
still 100% there?
95, so it did lose a couple percent. Because it was 98 before you took out the power plant.
Okay, I'm just gonna give you some body shots here.
Alright, hang on a minute. Let Tomato get on the terminal.
Yeah, let me go up there real quick. You said all the ones down there don't work, right?
Yeah, which is weird. Forgot to put the power plant back down as well.
It's represented by having enough alpha damage to just breach the threshold.
It's on the work. Oh, no, back down the stairs. It's like this middle deck, this screen here.
Ah. Gotcha. Thanks. Okay, what are you going to be targeting?
I was gonna do some body shots to see that first, to see if it impacted the rate of hull HP.
Your life support's struggling, Ava.
Yeah, there's not enough pips. Need it for the radar.
It's at over 5,000% load right now.
What does that even mean, though? Like, is that
don't
actually
know.
the load? It doesn't. It just yeah. I don't know.
You're
what
using way too much
5,000%
oxygen.
means. There's only, that can't be right.
Alright, Gimbal, I'm not seeing any change on hull health.
Is that because the hangar door is open and we're just pumping life support out into space?
Oh, that might be it, yeah.
You left it open, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I can close that.
If you if you turn doors on the left, a little toggle, then it should
Yeah.
show a big green section on the top of the ship. You should be able to close it then.
I think that's that one, yeah. Closing.
It'd be interesting. Does that actually change the life support number? Oh, I guess it's got to close first. What's the point in the blue glowing shield then if it's not holding the atmosphere in?
Oh yeah, it looks like an air shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, huh? Is this science hour, you Mr. Wizard?
I'm gonna give you your power plant a burst of size 3.
Alright, magic moment. Does it close? Is the life
Just wanna know if
support
it
doing
goes
any
down
better?
or not.
No, no better. I saw no change in hull health.
No, can you find the power plant and click it, and then you should get the component health?
Yeah. Oh, that's what you're asking about?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, go again. We're at 20%.
Okay, I'll give you a long burst of size 3 here first.
Whoa.
See that
Nothing
in?
at all.
It
Alright,
came through the floor and nearly got me.
Shields are up. Ava? Are shields up?
I'm not sure. I think so. I'm pretty sure they are.
You
can
should be
turn
able
them
to
off
tell
in
that
the-
from this screen.
Yeah, on the config page. You can turn
Yeah,
them
they're
off.
on.
I'm gonna give you 1 round of the size 8 on the power plant.
Okay. Whoa!
Wow, from 20% to 7%, yeah.
Okay. So I think it's working as it's supposed to work, and it's not in a zombie state. It's just that I can't get through with the size 3s, even without armor.
Yeah, so, I mean, shields seem to do more now than they did when they first brought in engineering. Is that wrong?
It seems to me like they're doing more now than they were last patch. Like they completely stopped those size 3s from doing any damage.
Yeah. So what have we learned here? What have we learned today?
I've learned where the
Well,
power plant is.
we've learned that Star Citizen ships can fly into and out of space. We also learned that engineering can make a difference if you have the power. And finally, we got to talk to some who can fly just a little bit too crazy. For this week, I'm your host, Space Tomato. This was Avocado. He didn't kill me with a box today. And Gimballock and Siphon have been here too. Thanks for coming. We'll see you next week. Okay, I know I'm kidding. We're back. Sorry. I had to see how long I could do that for. What did we learn though about this?
First, do you want me to grab a Inferno? Or not an Ion?
Yeah. Let's get an Ion. We can... Maybe... Oh, it's going to take forever to try and reload the Polaris though, huh? Get some more armor.
You got the Perseus here too.
I guess it would just be a case of docking it and repairing it on the dock, but which shouldn't take too long.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah, let's go do that, and then Gimbal, you grab the Ion and we'll reset.
Copy.
Stay here with the Perseus to come back to.
Yeah. I mean, we don't need the Perseus. I'm just
Or
good
I
enough to have around. Why not?
I mean, I can get a different ship if we want to try something else too.
Unless I think the Perseus probably handles what we need.
I would say my takeaway here is if you're going after something like a Polaris, you either want to bring big old ballistics and just ignore the shields, or enough firepower you can take the shields down and then you can have your way with it.
Because nothing gets through shields, right? No small ballistics or small energy gets through shields. Is that correct?
Well, the big size 8s got through the shields, no problem.
Right, but that's the bigger guns do.
But yeah, it would seem like the little stuff wasn't getting through the shields at all.
Okay, so we need to determine then what takes out shields the most effectively and then what takes out armor most effectively. I would assume that's energy then ballistics.
Theoretically, yeah.
But they've been doing weird stuff with that, so I don't know. I don't know what exactly it's set to in this patch.
I mean, that could make some sense because if right now the fighter meta is ballistics, right? You put ballistics on your Hornets, you're going after fighters.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put ballistics on your Hornet, you ain't going to do crap to a fully shielded Polaris.
Yeah.
But if you have a fully, full laser one, then maybe if you have a few of them, then you can probably chip away at the shields.
So is this the change that, like, is this the actual change that makes capital ships truly powerful more than they were before?
I think it certainly
they're a little more
means
safe.
that if you're going after capital ships, then you need ships that are designed to kill capital ships.
Yeah.
The Perseus,
Yeah.
right? And presumably the Ares series ships as well. And if you're in a
I guess
fighter,
that-
then you kill the fighters.
And I guess you weren't really trying to take on these large ships and a couple of fighters anyways, but it's definitely more along the lines of, even if you are in a battle with capital ships and small fighters, your small fighters should not be trying to go after the capital ships. At least not until the other capital ships that you have whittled down their armor and shields.
Yeah.
Did we find out if you can take out PDCs or thrusters with the smaller arms? We could with the PDCs and turrets, not with the thrusters, right?
I think the shields are off when we were doing that testing, right? Or at least the armor was gone as well, so...
Yeah, I gotta know
Could be
if the
worth a
shields
test,
make a
yeah.
difference there. We'll have to bring the arrow back out for that.
Mhm.
In fact, I can go ahead and get the arrow reloaded while we're here.
Yeah, okay.
You don't want to alarm anyone, but birds aren't real. Did you go outside again? You know what the doctor said about that. Oops, wrong button. Yeah, the armor and shield were off. Now we need to see what happens when the shields are on. About 13% armor on the Polaris when you destroyed the PDC and damage the turrets. Cool. Thank you, Zergax. The armor gate is higher for ballistics than energy. Okay, so energy can affect your ship more efficiently than ballistics can. Is what you're saying, Blamsmith? Blamsmith is telling me in chat that the armor gate is higher for ballistics than it is for energy weapons. So take of that what you will.
So you have to do more damage with ballistics to get through?
To get through, yeah. Energy is more likely to go through, melts through the armor.
Yeah, which is what I think I've seen people saying is energy is supposed to destroy the armor. I think the Perseus destroyed the armor just because it's a Perseus and it's big.
Yeah, it's big ballistics, yeah. So the idea is then what? Your energy effectively gets through your shields and armor, and then the ballistics effectively get to the hull? Through the hull? Just trying to understand what the archetype of each weapon is supposed to be aimed at.
Well, it costs 50k to fix the armor, which isn't too bad.
Not bad.
No.
Jaybird, you have a wonderful day, sir. Thanks for dropping by. See you soon.
That's right.
What about the Leonid's cannon on the Meteor? I think they're really effective against capital ship turrets. The Meteor's definitely going to have more use now. Fits a little bit better into its role. The interesting bit is going to be... The interesting thing is going to be how this affects ships that aren't capitals. I mean, I guess the Perseus isn't. But other ships that are kind of big, like the C2s and other ones like that. Or like the Paladin. That thing's got to have some military spec armor, but the size of it is small.
Yeah, I'm curious where the Inferno would be against a fully armored, fully shielded Polaris.
Did you bring out an Ion or an Inferno?
I brought out an Ion, but there's an Inferno here too.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I could bring mine back if you wanted to test it.
Coming in for landing, Ava, whenever you could pop the doors. Alright, Blandsmith said that the Polaris damage deflection threshold is 132 for ballistics and 106 for energy. So yeah, smaller energy weapons will do more. Not more damage, but they'll... I mean, technically, yeah, they'll do more damage. 100 is bigger than 0.
Is it though?
I think. Last time I learned, yeah.
Are you trying to dock again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like we gotta come up with a better word than pen for penetration. Too close to peen. Which is a funny word on its own, I'm sorry. Sure. I'm good to go. When the shield is up, only a percentage of the ballistic damage is hitting the armor, so you need even more to go past both. Oh, yeah, that's a really good point. Wait, Rasak Blood just made a really good point with the penetration threshold for armor because energy passes through the damage through shields, but shields strip damage off ballistics. Technically, the threshold for them affecting your ship when you have shields up is even higher. Or it's even bigger gap between energy and ballistics. If that is true, does energy just pass through shields?
I don't believe so. Energy should be fully absorbed by the shields.
Is that it? Ah, Jesus, it's confusing to remember. I thought it was. I thought it got more damage through the shields. Energy does not pass through shields. Okay, so energy is completely passed, or is completely blocked by shields. So that technically means that ballistics can do more damage going through shields than energy can.
I thought that's how it was traditionally, is the ballistics hit the hull and the lasers hit the shields.
Yeah, that would make sense, because then ballistics might not pass through your armor, but they pass through your shields. Because your shields strip some of the damage off the ballistics, it requires you to think about getting rid of the shields before trying to get rid of the armor. Unless you have big guns, then you could just brute force your way through like the Perseus and start hurting the armor before the shields are completely down. I think. Maybe.
That sounds like what I thought was what was happening, more or less.
This is why I don't get into the combat side of things, man.
Yeah.
Because I have to calculate all this stuff while somebody's shooting at me. I'd rather just be pointing my gun at a rock or something.
Siphon, are you repairing?
No, I was just gonna dock and come back out.
Do I know if the Ironclad is confirmed for this year? Per me. I don't even remember if CIG has confirmed it, but I am not even just per me, per everyone who's reading along. I think we're all pretty much certain that it's going to be out. They are pushing it through the gray box, I believe. Did they say it was coming out for Drake in June? Or was that just the Kraken? The Kraken's coming out next year. So they cannot wait for the Ironclad to come out next year. That's probably the biggest indicator. Laser do more damage to shields. Right. They drain the shields faster. So you could choose to either drain the shields faster or try to get some damage through the shields with higher end ballistics and some side grading strategies. That's fun, dude. That's interesting, man. I don't want to be the one pulling the trigger. But I love the, I love the strategy that's forming around combat. I'm not very combat oriented. When it comes to combat operations and big deal combat things in the org, you will notice that for the most part, I am there to observe and watch things, you know, but I'm not the one that's trying to order everybody, because it's just not my, it's not my thing. It's cool, but it's not that interesting to me. Invictus. Well, maybe if Drake was allowed to go to Invictus, huh? Galaxy? They've actually been really quiet about the Galaxy. Don't know about that one, but it should be coming at IAE, according to them. Gemini, what's up, dude? Hey, I see you playing in the GII Discord often. Good to see you in there, man. I gotta jump in one of these days with you. Hope you're having a good day. With these changes, they need to enable ship weapon crafting ASAP. Oof. The ability to craft ship weapons and components is going to be great. Also, the ability to repair armor would be really, really nice. You get your flagship Ironclad and your crossbow. Only the Expanse will remain missing. Something else to look forward to.
And I swear something came out last year that size 6, but now
All right. I will be right back in a couple minutes.
Okay.
Just got off work. Well, welcome in, Gemini. You're just in time for the last of our testing.
Come on, and I checked whether I was in SCM.
Be right back, guys.
It said SCM and then QT underneath it. I'm like, what? Something broke there.
I killed somebody while docked. Somebody's stuck in the bottom of my... No, there's somebody stuck in my floor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I killed I backspaced in your ship.
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Should have EVA'd myself first. If you reject a target to then come back and re-target it, takes a really long time. If you don't mind, I'm gonna just land you and see how effective I am against your shield, Save him.
Yeah, Yeah, okay. There's nowhere that I can see shield
Alrighty.
as a percentage, is there?
What'd I miss? Did the chair get do some good testing while I was gone? Honestly, that'd be appreciated, Mr. Chair.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
All right, mind if I pop out in the auto?
Go for it.
Actually, wait. We'll wait until I want to see what the Ares is doing first.
Yeah, so it's 60% shield on the rear, 53%, 50%, 47. So yeah, you're doing 3 or 4% each time.
Just shield damage?
Yeah.
Nothing else?
I'm not an engineering to see.
As a full,
all right, I'm gonna head down.
It was a full mag for me, and it was took the rear shield down 80% or so, and then your shield pops all the way back up before my ammo refills.
We're back to 100% on the shield. Yeah.
So not something you can really do with just one.
Good point. Is the Perseus around? Siphon, did you bring the Perseus back? I'm wondering if the Ares would kill a Perseus quicker.
Oh, I can.
Less shield health.
All right, I'm on engineering. And currently looking, we've got 100% armor.
Yeah, so which Ares is that? Is the laser one?
Yeah. Yeah, the Ion's all laser cannon.
Yeah, okay, so the lasers, so it took 80% of the rear shield face down, but didn't do any actual damage to anything at all. And then the shield came up before the gun recharged to fire again.
Yep.
So it's completely ineffective.
Yeah, so the Ares literally cannot hurt a Polaris.
Seems that way. But 80% off a shield face could certainly open the door for other things if it was a fleet.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, it's certainly effective at stripping shields. It's just, wow. So no matter how fast you go, Gimbal, you cannot get through our shields.
I mean, I could. I would just have to balance my shots. Allow me to demonstrate.
Yeah, give it a try. Call it out, Ava.
Yeah, you're trying to recharge in between shots then, are you, to get a longer
fire
window? 60%.
Okay, I say that. Okay, my MFD is not updating because
50%, 40%, 30%. You got to 22, which was the same amount as last time. 19. Oh, okay, you got an extra shot there then.
Well, so what I'm doing is I'm just
16.
giving you a shot. I'm letting it charge a little and giving you a shot and letting it charge.
And you're doing it before before it starts recharging. Yeah.
And now I'm going to go after your quantum drive.
3%. Yeah.
Oh, taking armor damage. 89%, 84, 79, 74, 69, 74, 64, 59, 54, 49, 44. Okay, we're just dropping 5 every time.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
a skilled pilot.
It's pretty effective once, in all things considered. Like, if you're operating in a group, you just need one person to help keep the shields from coming back up.
Yeah, armor is down.
That was 2 full mags plus some, and I took out your quantum drive.
Absolute deadly. Yeah.
So, not necessarily for killing the ship, but you can definitely disable it.
Yeah, because like the shield is back up again now, but the quantum drive's dead, so we can't leave. We can't leave the engagement at all. Yeah, interesting.
And for an Ares, it makes sense. That's literally what it's supposed to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that seems like a good balance. Like, it can't do it on its own, but as part of a small fleet of fighters and whatnot, it could be deadly.
What I'm wondering is just why would you use the Ion instead of the Inferno?
Well, we'd have to test.
Because the Inferno is going to be able to do armor damage sooner.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I guess if my question would be, if my objective was to go straight after the quantum drive, right, and for some reason I had an open shot, could I kill it faster with an Inferno? Because this was effectively 2 full mags plus a few to kill your quantum drive.
Right. And that's because energy does more damage to shields.
It does.
And as long as shields are up, we're not doing damage to armor.
Yeah, it does more damage to shields and it does more damage to armor once the shields are gone. And it still had enough penetration to knock out the quantum drive.
So then the question would be, can the Inferno put out enough damage per shot to pass the armor gate while the shields are still up?
Yes.
And they probably need to make sure that that's not true, so that the Ares has an obvious use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ares are supposed to be pack ships, not exactly pack ships, but they're definitely I think they would have an escort, probably a couple fighters with them at least.
Yeah, because if we had full turret coverage, then it would be difficult for it to just sit behind and keep shooting, right?
Yeah,
you gotta have some distractions.
Exactly. And someone else to keep the shield down while I'm recharging.
Yeah.
Dash! You're so well informed, thank you. Unfortunately not about everything. You asked if mined materials will survive a major patch. You've heard different things on that. If you're refining them, they don't. If they are stored in your local inventory, I have found that they do. That being said, materials that are in the game right now don't have quality. So when they get transitioned into the new system with quality, they might just have zero quality. They might be completely useless. I'm not sure.
I mean, we could just go and get more armor again.
Is there anything else we want to test while we're here?
I wanted to test the arrow for something else, but I honestly can't even remember now. We can go get the armor.
If I think about, when I think about combat in space, I often think about the way it works in Battlestar Galactica, and the way that the Galactica would be defending against the ship that's like the Ares would be to send the Vipers out. So that's where I would then deploy the arrows to hassle the Ares to not get shot, right? Because that's more effective than the turrets.
The thing is,
like, how effective is the arrow against the Ares?
Does a Star Citizen engagement look like it's heading in that direction, where there's enough time to see what you're up against, make a decision, scramble the fighters, get out there and defend yourself against it before those ships have been able to take your ships down or your shields down?
I mean, that's
everybody
kind of,
wants.
That's sort of how it looks when they set it up in the squadron videos, right? When there's a fleet versus a fleet, like those capital ships have smaller sub-capitals around them, and then they have fighter squadrons around them, and it does feel quite Battlestar then.
Yeah, and Squadron.
Yeah, but presumably that's kind of the way that they want to go a little bit, maybe? I don't know.
I know that, yeah, they want it to go that way, but human nature is a little crazy.
Yeah.
And like, people, there are two competing desires. You want there to be this cool, tangible, very variable form of combat where ships can get disabled and be floating in space, and maybe you have to board it, maybe you just took out the thrusters and left the shields, the armor, all this stuff. And there's also people just wanting to be able to shoot a ship until it explodes and you get that mission complete symbol up top. That feels good.
Yeah.
Like, trying to do that is
yeah, I've always wondered how you get the satisfaction of killing your target, but also the gameplay of the target being alive long enough to have gameplay, you know?
And then they can't just be like, oh, well, NPC targets can still explode because we're all flying the same ships.
Which is then where I thought that crafting was kind of answering that, where like NPC ships would be your tier 1 crafted whatever hull, and then that gives room for the player ships to then be more powerful than NPC ships, right?
Yeah. Maybe we'll get that.
I wonder how easy is it for me to damage the Ares from just a regular turret on the Polaris here? Because if you like get one shot in that, then the Ares is a bit of a glass cannon again, then, right? Where it could kill me, but I can kill it quicker, sort of thing.
If you're stagnant, I think I can kite you pretty easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get more armor and then try this out again. We'll bring the arrow out.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want do you want Siphon and I in Ion and Inferno, and actually like a little space battle kind of thing?
Yeah. Yeah, we can end it with something fun like that.
Siphon, do you have an Inferno?
I do.
If scanning can detect ships, then perhaps reaction time is more of a think. Right now you see them 20 seconds before battles. That's a good point, Resak. If they can expand the way engagements work to be more about gathering information and strategically placing yourself and not just about shooting, that'll help. An Ion can disable a Polaris if they can target your power core. But you can't get the damage through the shields to the power core, right? You'd have to disable the shields, take down the armor, and then you could damage the core? Define your targets, ship or the pilot. Yeah, an early warning system might make things better. Engaging a capital ship should be a freaking huge deal. Whoa.
Maybe we should try. I was thinking maybe we should try first. I mean, it's not really a fair comparison. And if you've only got one turret manned,
Yeah.
unless you do a good job of rolling, I can usually avoid your turret.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird how the ship's suddenly feeling very vulnerable.
With the armor gone? Oh. I was muted. You mean it felt vulnerable with the armor gone?
Just in general, like seeing the Ares do that much damage that quickly, and knowing that even with turret operators, there are huge blind spots on this ship. It's a very front-loaded, aggressive ship, but yeah, if you get behind it or get underneath it, then there's not much you can do. It's just open targets.
Yeah, watching the armor slowly get stripped away is going to be interesting.
They've got to get away from one armor pool for everything, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. And that's why I think Maelstrom is probably going to change this all up quite a bit, because Maelstrom's supposed to be modeling cantilever beams on a point-by-point basis.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Can you repair the armor? Do you have to go outside and, like, RMC it'll...
I think you have to go outside.
Yeah. But, like, if it's one pull for this entire ship, how do you even know where to point to repair it? I guess just literally anywhere.
Yeah. That is, you can't repair armor yet.
Does it not repair the armor when you repair the visual skin damage?
Yeah, no, I mean, like, with the handheld.
I don't know if it does that now. It definitely didn't last patch.
Okay, then I'm wrong then. So I haven't tested that.
Why? What were you saying?
I thought it did. So if it definitely didn't do it last patch, then I'm just...
Yeah, it didn't. You couldn't repair armor before when I tried.
With the RMC
I hope
gun.
that changes, but yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it was a while ago now, but there was that whole thing where you could, like, point your salvage gun through the wall to repair the outside from the inside. So maybe that's why it doesn't work to break that fix thing. Or to fix that break.
Solo Shot in chat said how the difference in scary factor between a group of fighters and a hammerhead will be interesting. It is exciting, the prospect of big ships having actually different gameplay from small ships.
Yeah. We're docking.
We still don't have engineering in all ships 6 months later, bro. I don't have we gotten ships in any engineering in any new ships 6 months later.
Security scans, and they would like say,
Oh,
hold
yeah.
still while you get scanned. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you could make them
You're
fly
like-
into the station.
My
Allow me
favorite
to
was
be
when you were
obnoxious.
you're already inside the hangar, like
Yeah.
strafing down the land, and they're like, "Please hold still."
Don't move.
No.
He's making a run for it. It's criminal.
Man, I'm sleepy today. You know those sleepy hump days? You ever have those?
Oh yeah.
Sleepiness is a sign of weakness.
Ah. Guess I should buy more ships. That's a sign of strength.
I have a meme that I sometimes post when I'm tired. It's like, sleep is for the weak, but I'm very weak, so I'm going to.
I am deathly ill, sorry.
Alright, we are repaired and jumping towards some moon or other. Utopia.
Maelstrom's supposed to be applied to every ship, so that's years out. Yeah, it's probably going to be applied to the squadron ships, and then we go from there. You think we're just going to have this fake armor set until after 1.0? They might put Maelstrom in on different parts of the game. Because they're going to need it for environments on the ground. But for ships, it's going to be more complicated. Okay, so we're going to do... I'm going to go get the arrow. And I will film them from the outside. And then you get on engineering and call out kind of what's going on. And we'll see what the difference between these two ships are.
Okay.
Dude, I cannot remember what happens. I'm in my head, I'm like, okay, we're gonna have the Ion go first because it won't damage the armor, right? The Ares, the Inferno would damage the armor immediately.
Well, I think that's the question is, the Ion doesn't damage the armor until the shields are down. So does the
Right.
Inferno damage the armor or the component
Okay.
with the shields up?
Okay, that's fair, yeah.
Are you writing this down, Tomato? Like, scribbling notes?
I am.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm getting all the notes on this. That's why I'm starting to do this. We're like this channel is going to be more about testing this gameplay as it comes in during the PTU. So if you guys are into that, we'll be doing more streams like this every quarter.
It's definitely very fun when there's a group to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. I just realized I need to open the door because my captain will not.
I can do it when I get to engineering. It's a long run.
Oh, captain, my captain. I'm stuck in the hangar. When you think about how much work there is to go on Star Citizen 1.0, I have a video focused entirely on covering the FPS gameplay changes that have been covered over the last week, coming out today or tomorrow. And that's like the whole idea of that video is like, guys, folks, listen, don't worry. FPS gameplay is nowhere near what it needs to be. And that's also kind of a bad thing. It's gonna take forever. We have so much further to go in this game. It's humbling.
Weird weirdly, when the hangar door is open, the hangar room shows 0.9 atmospheres and -3 degrees Celsius. So it's not losing everything, but it is losing something, I guess.
So it's just an imperfect air shield.
Yeah, I guess so.
Flying decoupled with sticks is like the biggest freaking shift from mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, it's a different game then.
I use both coupled and decoupled, depending on what I'm doing.
Well, I'm sure you're a little bit more used to it.
I mean, some people swear you just should always fly decoupled. I've never gotten it.
Oh. I don't know about all that, but it's definitely, this is going to take getting used to. Look, Chris Roberts also said 1.0 by 27 and 28, and it's possible, but I think anybody who is hoping for 1.0 by then is also hoping for a more disappointing launch, because the longer they take, the better the game will be. At the same time, they need to stop taking forever, so. Alrighty. We've got our entrance here. Looking good, guys. Shall we get started?
Alright, so which
okay,
one's going
so
first?
Inferno should go ahead first, lightly, just so we can see what kind of damage can be done with shields still up with large ballistics.
And target an exterior component.
Actually, hold on. Don't do anything yet. Just for posterity, here is small ballistics with shields up. Go ahead and tell us what happens here, Avocado.
Okay.
Check fire.
0 change.
Check
Okay.
fire.
Yeah, nothing to armor, nothing to hull.
Okay. Now let's switch to the Inferno, which is, what is that, size 7?
Yeah, do you want me to go for body or turret or something?
Go ahead and go for the body first. And give me 1 second. I'm just going to do it with mouse and keyboard. I'm struggling. All right, and go ahead.
99% armor, 898.
Okay.
That was
so,
about 1 second.
Case in point. The Inferno punches through the shield and damages the armor. That's really easy. Now give us a go at a component.
So, how many shots was that Siphon?
It's a Gatling, so that was about 1 second fire.
Okay. And it did 2%
decent
armor
amount.
damage, whereas the laser that was doing like 1 blast was doing way more
5
than that.
each hit?
Yeah, something
5
like that,
points.
wasn't it? Yeah.
All right, go ahead and target a component now with the Inferno. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, the top or the bottom?
The quantum drive's right in the tail, if you want to go right from the rear. Otherwise, probably from the bottom to get to the power plant and coolers.
What did that do?
I don't see any change.
All right, keep going.
So,
Do you know which component you're targeting?
It's like the quantum or power plant.
whatever's in the middle.
Gravity. The big one?
Yeah, the quantum drive's further back.
No changes?
Nothing that I'm seeing, no.
Oh,
Not even armor?
Which, hold on a sec. Which precision targeting? R?
Right click.
Yeah.
Right click, yeah. Wait, I don't... How is it not doing damage to the armor?
Yeah, the armor's still at 98%. I'm not seeing any difference there.
Oh my god.
Hull is now at 99% though, so I just took some hull damage.
Oh my god. What does that mean? What's going on? What?
Now, keep in mind this is a Gatling as well, so.
But you were just doing armor damage last time. Right? The first time you shot with the Inferno, you did armor damage. 2%.
Yeah.
Now you're not doing any armor damage.
What's the armor set at now?
It's dropping now. 80. Yeah, I meant like 85%, 80%.
Okay, dude.
Yeah,
it's
okay,
just
that
being
was
weird then.
Yeah, just some desync or something.
Okay, so can confirm then. Large ballistics will get through the shield, the armor, and the hull straight away. So the Inferno just became an incredibly valuable ship.
Yeah.
The Ares too, or the Ion as well, but the Inferno is definitely gonna be able to do a lot more damage quickly.
Let's see what it does to a good turret external.
Yeah, I'm taking armor damage there. 70% armor. Which gun are you shooting at?
Shooting at the front main chin turret.
Okay. 64% armor. The hull has stayed at 99% though, so I don't know if that's dependent on where you're shooting. And then that chin turret is now at 30% health on the gun.
The guns themselves, not the turret?
I think so. Because the two guns show yellow, and then I don't see any health for like a center area. Alright, armor's at 44% now, so let's hold off shooting now, I think.
Let me give it a go with... Let me try with the arrow.
Mm-hmm.
So now you've damaged the armor a little bit. Let's see what the arrow can do.
The fact that it's doing so much damage to the armor and not taking out the turret doesn't feel right to me. Although the turret is red on my FD, actually.
But the armor is probably protecting the turret.
I don't have health for the turret itself, but it does have health. I just don't see it, I think.
The armor probably needs to be depleted to do more damage to the turret. Because I think the turrets are kind of like part of the whole health.
Yeah, I can see the room life support for where the turret operator would be in the turrets, but I just don't see any health for it. But I do see that one of the guns is down completely, and the other gun is at 50%.
I'm guessing I'm not doing anything.
I'm not seeing any change to armor.
Just completely ignoring the fact that I'm out here shooting the ship. What is this? Something tickling us, Captain? Alright, so yeah, these like ships like the freaking Arrow and the Gladius, all these kinds of ships are just gonna be fairly useless against these larger ships until you can get the shields down, and even then it's really
But that's the point though, right? Is that you're supposed to be killing the fighters that I'm using to kill the Ares.
Yeah,
to protect
exactly.
the Polaris, yeah.
And like the shield emitters and turrets, but even then, let's see.
Yeah.
Turret, top, port side, turret. Tell me if I'm doing anything to it right now through the shields.
Yep.
Whoa.
Check fire.
I'm not seeing anything.
Check fire.
Be interesting to figure out what the smallest ship that an Arrow is ineffective against.
Check fire.
So I'm not even getting near turrets then.
No, they're all showing 100% health still.
And these smaller ships, yeah, you shouldn't even be trying.
Well, I think Bastion was saying if you put cannons on it, the damage is high enough to actually do it.
Bassin is saying they can still hurt the cap ships with shields up.
I think with cannons you can.
The cannons are they just high enough to get over that threshold?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the ballistic cannons.
Okay.
Check fire.
But it still is, it's still definitely going to be a choice thing. You can't have a loadout and expect to do certain things to these ships. Damage thresholds. All right. How about, let's see. Another interesting question. I'm going to shoot you guys in your Ares. You have shields up?
It is just...
Alright, let's see if this dude does anything to you.
Check fire.
Anything at all?
Tickling me for sure. No component damage.
Would that be enough for you to break off your engagement with the Polaris? If this was a fight?
Not right now. Right now I'm
Allegedly?
taking...
No.
My shields are holding, and I'm not taking any... I'm not taking any component damage. That would not
try
dissuade
something
me at
else here.
all. Those were just your size 2s, or your size 1s.
Just
yeah, here's the size 3s and 1s.
Yeah, I mean, I can take maybe 30 seconds of that before I need to deal with it.
Dude, why is it not... It's not letting me shoot. It keeps switching. Hold on.
Yeah, maybe 20 seconds if you're really laying into me. Still no component damage.
How about your armor?
I
really
don't have a
feel like-
readout on my armor.
Does it have armor?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I'm taking hits now on the main body.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hurting
mean,
you.
yeah.
Just sitting here laying into you.
Yeah, it doesn't look very effective.
I could tie you up for a long time with that loadout. Now, I'm sure if you had cannons, it'd be a different story.
Yeah, definitely. But with these repeaters, it's just not doing much damage to your hull even. Your shields aren't up, right?
Nope, shields are still down.
Yeah, so there's definitely the damage gate works on ships like this too.
But for that amount of time, Gimbal had already taken out my rear shield and my quantum drive and disabled.
Right.
Yeah, I could have
Polaris.
totally disabled the Polaris while ignoring you.
And just ignored the arrow fighter screen. Like that feels not balanced.
I mean, plus if I were kiting the Polaris
Yeah.
right now, you wouldn't be landing 100% of your shots. Like, you'd be doing pretty well, but not 100%.
So generally your snub fighters, unless you've got cannons, aren't going to be doing much to help protect the ships from other ships. Maybe. Guess it depends.
I guess that's why it's a fighter squadron and not a fighter single. It's or something, you know.
Okay, now you're doing damage.
Yeah. I made you ugly.
Although I say that, and
Interesting.
you've only done 4% of damage to my main gun. Otherwise, components are fine.
It's certainly not a like take an arrow out and I think it more than anything it's gonna make me feel more comfortable fighting dogfighting ships when I'm in a slightly larger ship like a Paladin or something. But you gotta watch out for cannons for sure.
I would be curious to see how well you do. Oh yeah, so I've lost a thruster. I can't fly straight.
Oh, yep. Learned that the hard way.
I would be curious to see how well you do against Meteor, because the twin size 5s on a Meteor are actually, if you can land hits with them, really dangerous, but it's such a glass cannon. It has very little
Bassin
health.
is saying not only can the arrow cream just about anything, it got a buff to armor and can get away faster. So I guess if you can put cannons on the arrow, it's still really fast, or it's still really good.
Makes sense. Well, it sounds right, yeah.
So then, it seems like to get away from that, all you need to do is just take the difference in armor damage instead of making it a simple gate. No? Like if an arrow can still punch through and do damage because it can get its cannon above the threshold, if it's only 5 points above the threshold, then that still gimps the arrow because it can't do all that damage.
Yeah, the fact that it's an on-off gate doesn't make a ton of sense to me.
Maybe just because it's too complicated to go all the way right now.
Yeah, like
Light
you said
fighters got
earlier,
even.
like, we don't know what Maelstrom is going to do to this soon.
Light fighters got stronger with higher TTK, more shields, more armor. So seems like the next answer to that is to buffing or to making shields take more power. Because this is a change that's supposed to affect larger ships with more infrastructure. But since it's systemic, the other ships, the smaller ships, are going to benefit from it. So they did just make sure that shields take more power so that small ships can't use their shields as much and they're still weak, right?
One way, yeah.
I guess there's still a lot that they're going to need to try and do to figure out to make this work, but it almost feels like it's not. It's kind of pointless. Like we keep getting more and more features added finally. And every single one of them throws this completely into flux. Is there a point to them balancing it all if they're just going to add something else in 6 months?
I guess that's been the problem for a long time, isn't it?
Yeah. I do feel like this is getting us closer, though.
Yeah.
Like, this is definitely getting closer to the point of combat in this game. Yeah.
I think they did need more complexity, for sure, compared to where they were even a year ago. But they've had that excuse for we can't balance because we don't have the complexity we need for a long time.
Yeah. Now it's starting to get to that point. It does seem like even if it's not at this exact moment, it's this year going into next year that we start to see finally some real combat balance in this game. Bye.
Wow.
All right, guys. I think
Gimbal.
Is it Gimbal?
Okay.
I think I've got all the experience that I needed here. Now it's time to think about it, and then forget it all, and then come back and ask more questions about it next week.
Are we wanting to hit it one more time with the other Ares?
Sure.
I can't remember what the numbers were. Give me a sec to get back on engineering. Cool.
Feels like this switches up the meta of having all smaller guns versus smaller amounts of bigger guns. It certainly has me thinking more about what guns I have, at least, but there is some level of what are the small guns useful for besides light fighters. Alan, thank you for the super chat, dude. Good to see you in chat. You're sure you guys have already discussed, but it sounds like 4-7 live this week is unlikely. Yeah, I'm thinking next week, dude. Good to see you around here, dude. How's your Wednesday going?
Right, that's what we tested a minute ago.
Say again?
The ballistic Ares, I forget the names. That the Inferno?
The Inferno?
Yeah, so that was doing armor and hull damage a little bit, but not as much. So when we hit it now with the the Ion.
Let's see. Whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah, go for it. So we're 43% armor. With the shields up.
Siphon?
Oh yeah, is that Siphon in that ship?
I'm in the Inferno.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, I thought you wanted to.
I think you blew the wing off the Ion.
Oh, I thought you guys were in.
Grab it.
I thought.
Yeah, Gimbal's in the Polaris, so if you want the Inferno, someone's got to grab it.
I know.
Or the Ion, someone's got to grab it.
Do you mind jumping to the other ship, Siphon? Sorry, I thought you guys were in. I thought you were in the other one.
Yeah, my bad.
Man, this twist to strafe up and down is this is gonna really take some getting used to. Omniskis and Deadbolts with wind meta, the wind meta. Hey, honestly, I'd prefer if there were weapon metas than ship metas. At least you can combine them on different ships for good fun. But I hear that the wolf is the way to go right now for dogfighting. Ballistics wolf.
I heard the alpha wolf was pretty good too.
You fly it decoupled and slow, it handles well enough.
Alright, you ready for me to start firing?
Go for it.
Go ahead. What's it looking like?
I hear the shots, but I'm not seeing any damage being done at all.
All getting blocked by shields.
Okay.
So he's just working on punching through the
Yeah.
shields right now.
Armor is unchanged.
You might want to play it slow just so you can keep the... Oh, let me give some shots. I can see if I can help.
Yeah, that was on the top with the full salvo.
Check fire.
Just to keep the shields down. Looks like I'm not doing anything to help with that.
We can always just turn the shields off.
Check fire.
Why, if you were looking to buy one of the Ares over the other one, why would you buy this one instead of the other one? If this one isn't doing any damage when the shields are on.
Well, originally it did.
Hmm. But it must have its niche use case, right? And what is that?
You're gonna have to ask Crusader about that one.
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright, can you guys turn shields off?
Oh, sure.
Are you on the bridge, Gimbal?
Affirm.
Okay.
Shields are off.
Alright, have a go.
Yeah, it drops so quickly then. 33%, 28%, 23%, 18%, 13%.
I mean, it is more effective against the armor, but like not enough to make a big enough difference to use it.
When you've got to get
the
past
trade-off
the
is not
shield-
there.
When you've got to get past the shield in the first place to start doing that bigger damage, it's different.
Yeah, especially when the shields come on so fast, like you really need support to help and
Well,
coordination.
you're also gonna have other ships with you bringing those shields down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're already just gimping yourself, taking the ion over the Inferno in that case.
Yeah, but what Siphon's saying is if he was flying as part of a wing or a squadron now, then those shields would be coming down much quicker, and then he'd just be shredding that armor. Like as soon as the shield's down, that armor is gone. You know.
True. But do you think that would be faster than if there were, say, those ships were, instead of keeping the shields down, they were just continuing to pound on top of the damage the Inferno already does? I guess it would depend on what size guns they have. Huh. All right.
Cool.
Good testing, guys.
Yeah, nice.
I'm gonna land on top on board your Polaris now, so I don't have to decide what happens next.
Docking initiated.
But I am all done. Thank you guys for helping me out with that. Could you open the door up here?
No.
It'd be
Got
open
off
now.
engineering. Forgot. Oh yeah, you got it.
I got it.
Docking denied.
You can do it from the co-pilot seat.
Docking denied.
I pressed accept.
Denied.
I don't know what it does. I'm gonna
He
decline
hates
it
me.
now.
Docking denied.
Engines
Landing gear
on.
deployed.
Okay, I'm gonna try and land here with the hands on stick and keyboard.
It really seems like if you're bringing a ship that's the right size for the threat you're going after, ballistics are the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like if you have an Inferno or you have something that's got big guns, then why bother with the shields? Just punch through them.
Good to see you still got your old moves. Alright, give me 1 second, guys. So, interesting testing, folks.
It's freezing in here.
Yeah, the whole point of lasers is kind of remove shields. It's heavy damage, but no, there's some strategy to it. This has been a chance for us to see what's going on with the armor and with the way that damage is working with ships. I'm still wrapping my head around it, to be honest, and I'm sure things are going to change with this going forward, so don't take any of this as 100% the way things are going. But I hope this gave you some eyes on, some context, and some better experience around what's going on with the armor changes coming up in this update. And what to expect going forward. There's a lot more to learn about this. As you can see, from weapons to ships to shields to armor, they're just like variables that we have to act on. But I'm hoping today gave you some bit of a look at combat. We did crafting and inventory before. We did combat today. We will do Rockbreaker at the end of this week, trying to get you through all of the stuff coming in this big update, because it is a big update. Keep an eye out on the main channel, because there should be a video coming out soon talking about how looting is changing. That's my favorite part of the game, and I am so excited to see the ways it changes with 4.7. Also got a video coming on the second channel. We will be covering the Starfield stuff that we just went over. I'm also putting something out about the FPS, and I got gameplay coming up soon for you. That stuff with the cues we've been working on. While I'm at it, Mrs. Tomato said plug the socks too, so I gotta plug the socks. If you want to keep your toes warm, we love to satisfy your toes. We will keep them warm. Actually, it's getting too hot now. But you can like freeze them, and they're still good. We made them out of good qualities, so like totally freezable. Anyways, I'm gonna send you guys all over to another lovely Star Citizen streamer so you can keep getting good stuff, entertainment, things, learning, all that jazz. Looks like Jesse's online. I'll send you all over there. Drop in, say your hellos, drop the toes, folks. Can't annoy him quite like Paul, but we can still have some fun in the chat, huh? That's a little much. Nonsense, dude. You gotta keep your toes happy. Thanks for being here, folks. Sorry if you've left here thinking that we have some kind of a toe fetish. I'll leave you with that. Have a great day. Treat yourselves well. Eat something you love. Do something you love. You're good people. You deserve good things. Have a great day, folks. See you later.